Welcome to the MIHL playoffs as Game 3 between the Waterford Sharks and the Michigan Shadow is about to start. The deciding game, best 2 out of 3, with the series tied 1-1. I am Frank Mazzella, along with Gary Preswara, bringing you all the action tonight. Gary, it should be a great game.
It should be a great and exciting game. This is do or die again for both of these teams. One team's going to go home happy, the other's not so happy.
So let's recap. The first 2 games were in Waterford. The Sharks won the first game in overtime, 3-2. Late goal by Cherwalk. That was actually an overtime goal, pushing them to the victory, Game 1. And then Game 2, the Shadow came back and won 6-3. Couple goals by Fraser, a goal by Gagnon, Milam, Morose, and Dalton J. Moroso. So that was the 6 goals. Both games, the Sharks have outshot the Shadow in Game 1 of the series. They outshot them 49-41, and in the second game, 38-32. But the series is all evened up. A couple of scratches for the Shadow tonight. Rotundi still on his 4-game suspension, so he'll be sitting still. And also Osentowski is out, and also wishing good health to Paulette, who's recovering from a game earlier in the playoffs right here at Big Boy Arena. So the season, this will be the 10th meeting between these two teams. So far the Sharks have won 6 of them and the Shadow 3. This is a combination of playoffs and regular season games. Number 10 is tonight. The winner moves on to the championship, which they will go up to Traverse City for the first 2 games next weekend, according to my schedule, which will be next May 2nd and May 3rd. So that's when it'll start. That's a whole different series, best 3 out of 5. So this one's going to end tonight. Whoever wins it goes up north for the championship against the Kalakaska Kings. Gary, so what do you vision tonight happening?
Well, I'm hopeful the Shadow have the home crowd advantage. Of course, they're in their arena. And you mentioned the shots on goal. I didn't realize until you mentioned that the second game that the Sharks actually outshot them, because watching that game, I felt like the Shadow had complete control of that game. They jumped out to the 2-0 early lead, kind of got right into it, but then they had that 7-minute penalty they had to kill off, and they did a great job killing that off, and I think that just kind of turned the momentum around again, and then the Shadow just took it to them and kind of controlled the whole second game for the most part.
So I named the scratches for the Shadow here tonight. There's some scratches for the Sharks, and we don't know exactly how many and who it is, but we know there are 2 or 3 of them at least. I got a weird, strange lineup from the Sharks leadership earlier that Nick Parrott was going to be in nets for the Sharks. I says, uh-oh, we're in trouble tonight, but it don't look like he's going to be in net, as it looks like Gwillem is going to be in net starting here tonight for the Sharks.
And it looks like we got Sommerfeld on the other end again. Both these goalies played in both the first 2 games. So,
now Morton played the games in Waterford for the Sharks, and we see Bryn is scratching up his ice down there. We're hearing the lineups right now. You look at these 2 teams and you go over how many goals for, how many goals against through the season. Really close on both ends of that. The difference is the Sharks have about 80 to 90 more penalty minutes through the season than the Shadow.
Well, that could be an advantage for the Shadow if that continues on tonight.
So we'll take a quick break here for our national anthem. Here we go. Shark Shadow here at Big Boy Arena. The deciding game. 1-1. Who wins? They move on to the finals.
As somebody once famous named Mickey Redmond once said, no place for a nervous person, Frank. And I'm nervous.
You're nervous even before the puck's dropped.
I'm nervous and we haven't even started yet.
You're sweating over here. So Gwillem will be in nets for the Sharks tonight, and Sommerfeld, like we said, will be in nets here they got their top goalies out here for the biggest game of the year in the MIHL. That's just plain and simple right now. This is the biggest game until you get onto the championship. So we see Cody Oakes out there. Had a little brief talk with Cody Oakes. Cody's going to go test out the penalty box already.
Thought maybe he was getting a penalty.
I've been having problems with that door all day here.
One of the refs has got to go down to the tunnel. Forgot his whistle or something and needed some assistance.
Needed the Cody Oakes stick. Anyways, Cody coming back last weekend after a little bit of a layoff, and it doesn't matter what kind of shape you're in as an athlete. You get laid off, your body's going to feel it coming back when you have to give 100%.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that to you after last week's game, didn't he?
Exactly. So Giuliano will be out there. Gagnon will take the face-off here. Face-off right there taken by Oakes. Oakes will feed that back to Baker. Sharks peel back. Milam whisks that up to center ice and taken by the Sharks. Again, Oakes coming back the other way. Oakes to the right will just dump it into the Sharks end. Wrap that one along the boards. Behind the net. Sharks had it momentarily. Again, the Shadow working that around the back. Oakes throws it out front.
Oh.
Gwillem.
Good opportunity there.
Threw that one right out in front. Gwillem fell over capturing that puck, but made the save. So we'll have a face-off just to the left of Gwillem here at the 19:31 mark here of the first period. Both teams switching lines here in the early going.
A little head and shoulders move by Oakes there, and I think it was Giuliano right out in front with a golden opportunity.
Sharks coming the other way. Looks like it's Redmond. Actually, it's Alex Sharp. This one's played back over to Bowman. Bowman will try to whisk that down into the Shadow end. Taken quickly by the Shadow. Trying to split a couple of players there. That one's not done. Here's a quick shot on net.
Oh!
He scores!
There it is. Dalton J.
They had three Shadow players down there. It was like a pinball moving around, and Dalton J backhanded that one in.
I'm pretty sure that was Dalton J. Fraser got a piece of it, but
looked like the Sharks were going to bring it down into the Shadow end, and quickly the Shadow captured that puck and took it the other way and capitalized on it. So here in the early going, the Shadow have a 1-0 lead as they'll take that on the faceoff. Pfeiffer will dump it down into the Shadow end. Clear it out of their end. Back to Gibbs. Gibbs will retreat, try to get that one down. This one is down into the Shadow end. Giving chase for the Donaldson, trying to flag that one down for the Sharks. Shadow will gather things up here, move the puck forward. Quick tip up front, broken up there by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer will dump and change off the shift change here. Here's one dump down the Sharks' end. Looks like they're going to wave off icing on that one. This one's picked up by Groth. Groth gets that one forward quickly. A good move there by Josh Hill. He gets stripped of the puck. Quick action here in the early going as the Shadow have struck first with the first goal. This one's dumped back down. Keppel will dump that down into the Shadow end. Clear it out. Joe Gibbs now. Little offside, just a quick step there. Joe Gibbs was looking to skate with that puck, and he got called for an offsides. 17:56 left to go here in the first period. 1-0 Shadow.
Great start for the Shadow, just like they did in game 2. Jumped out to that early lead and see if they can keep building on that one.
Face off taken by the Sharks as Goatee just gives that a ride. Clintworth gets a stick on it. Taken by the Sharks again. That was Scullin that got that puck. Coming back the other way, Kemple. Kemple crosses the line. Big hit on Kemple. El Flyo as body went flying there just to the right of Sommerfeld.
That was Perry who laid that body on big time.
Ryerson just dumps and chases. Goes for a change right now. Baker trying to get that puck forward. Taken by the Sharks again. Josh Hill. He couldn't control it. Odie Oaks looking at Dipsy Doodle. Odie Oaks into the middle. Tried to split a couple of the Sharks defenders.
I think he did get a couple, but
Sharks having a hard time clearing that one out. Shadow will keep possession behind the net. Cody Oaks gets that one out quickly to Milam. He scores! Milam! That booming shot of Milam. Cody Oaks fed that one out to Milam, and he just buried it.
Another great play there behind the net. Cody Oaks behind the net with a perfect feed to Milam, and with Milam's shot, he didn't miss.
So not even 5 minutes into this game, quickly the Shadow have a 2-0 lead here at Big Boy Arena. Dalton J. and Milam have the goals for the Shadow so far. Puck is dumped down into the Shadow end. Elgamo out there. Looks like he's playing a little left wing here today. Shot on Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld will clear that one away. Collision over on the. Looks like we got a penalty there.
Looks like a high stick there. Caught him up a little high and.
Right on the boards over there on the far side.
I think that was Baker. And Cherwalk taking a little exception to it, not happy about it. But I'm not sure. There's a call here. Might have been just played with a high stick. I thought I saw the ref go up with his arms, but
not a clear call yet, as we weren't sure if it was a high stick or a penalty there.
We're going to have one of those calls again in 2 minutes for something. Is that one of those days?
16:05 left to go here in the first period. 2-0 Shadow over the Sharks. Refs are pointing to the scoreboard. So it looks like there was nothing, no penalty there, just
played with a high stick, I bet.
So
nonetheless, Baker got him up high on the defenseman there, and Cherwalk took exception.
Refs say play on, boys. So they do. Sharks, they're saying.
I'm told this is a physical game. There's going to be contact.
So this one's an icing against the Shadow. Come back just to the right of Sommerfeld, actually to the left of Sommerfeld. Alex Sharp will take this face-off for the Sharks. Sharp goes into the corner trying to retreat that puck. That one's thrown all the way around to the point there where Gibbs got a piece of that one. Joe Gibbs got a piece of that one. Joe Gibbs has it again. He'll skate with it. Joe Gibbs crosses the blue line. Quick shot on Sommerfeld. Made the save on that one. Another one.
Isaac Gibbs from the point there, but Sommerfeld saw that one all the way with the big mitt.
Couple of shots right there on Sommerfeld. One to his right, one to his left. He made the saves. We can move on here.
Alex Sharp with a big hit on Fraser along the boards there in front of the bench. Hopefully he's okay. Got hit in the back a little bit.
Minnie's carrying this puck right at center ice. This one's dumped into the Sharks' end. Little steal of the puck there, give and go. Goatee can't find the handle on that one. Taken by the Shadow again. Right out in front of the net there. Nobody could find the stick and put it on there.
Double Z right out in front. Had a chance.
Pelusia now. Pelusia digs that one out in front. Nobody there for the Sharks. Kept in. Shot redirected into the corner. A little bit of action the other way right in front of Carlisle. Tried to get a piece of that one. Sharks will keep the puck moving around. Donaldson.
3 guys hit him there.
Donaldson loses his lid. Just floating around. And there's a shot at the other way. In deep are the Sharks rotating that puck around. Right out in front. Nobody there to get a stick on it for the Clintworth. Goes in deep there. Sharks do recapture and gain possession of the puck there. Scullin tries to move that one forward. This one's back down to Gwillem. He had to round that one up, coming back the other way. That lid is still on the ice. Here's a quick shot on Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld gets the glove on that one.
Sommerfeld wants that one back. He thinks he should have caught that one.
Here's a break right in front of the net. Good skating by that one shot on net and cleared to the side as Scullin is moving around. Here comes Scullin around again. It's like on a carnival ride there. There's a quick shot inside the slot.
Oh, good stop. You're right about that. Scullin went around in circles twice with that puck and
Must
gave
have
him a
learned that
chance.
from McComas.
And then he got Joe Gibbs a great opportunity from the point right there.
You can't count the Sharks team out no matter how far they get down. We've seen that a couple of times this year. 4 goals, 3 goals, they come back. So 2-0 is really nothing on them.
Yeah, these two teams are too evenly matched to say anything is in control.
Face off. Cherwalk took that one. Here's a shot blocked out in front. Looks like Milam got that one. Quickly out to Cody Oakes. Oakes tried to feed that one over. Here's another shot inside the blue line. Loose puck out in front. Here's an opportunity. Oh! Giuliano just couldn't get enough meat on that stick. And coming back the other way are the Sharks. They'll dump it down there. Sommerfeld tries to clear this one out. It does get out of the zone. Thrown back into the Shadow end.
Great when you got a goaltender who's very confident with his stick work back there. He can play that puck.
So they'll set things up, the Shadow. This one's taken by Pelusia, but high stick.
Oh, that was a kind of dangerous pass there right up the middle, and Pelusia just got a high stick on it, knocked it down. I don't know how those guys do it.
Pelusia's like a magician with that stick.
Those pucks are up in the air and swing and miss every time. I don't understand it. These guys, the hand-eye coordination is incredible.
Andrew Pelusia, 61. Face off. Baker will feather that one forward. This one's moving the other way. Little 2-on-1 developing here. Just couldn't get it centered, and that one goes over to the near side boards as the Sharks come back the other way. Taking it quickly is Carlisle. Carlisle took a shot, and Sommerfeld had no problem with that. 12:54 here to go in the first period. 2-0. Shadow over the Sharks. Face off to the left of Sommerfeld. This one's cleared back. Minnie with the puck. Minnie at center ice. This one's jammed up on the far boards. Here's a quick shot turnaround there. Not on Gwillem, just to the outside of him. Kept in by the Shadow. Quick battle over there on the boards. Donaldson trying to clear that one out. He can't clear it out. So Groth will give it a try.
This is the guy right here for the Sharks, I think, that gets him going, Groth. His speed, he just flies up and down from the defensive side. And he's the one that gets them, kind of gets their motor going a little bit.
Little cross up there at the blue line, and we got an offsides as the Sharks were making a run. 12:19 to go here in the first period. 2-0 Shadow. Goals by Dalton J. and Milam have given the early lead to the Shadow. Face off there. Josh Hill taking it for the Sharks. This one's dumped down. Double Z got a stick on that one. Quickly, good pressure by the Shadow, trying to, as they pinch in to keep that puck in, keeping it in the Sharks' end. Shot on net, just redirected to the outside as the Shadow keep on buzzing, holding on to that puck. This one's wrapped along the back of the net, centered out front. Nobody there for the Shadow, coming back the other way. Joe Gibbs will just feather that down to Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld looking to score. Here's an opportunity right here. Trying to get the 2-on-1. Shot it out front. Nobody there for the Shadow, and everybody's trying to peel their stick up.
Watch out, Vermeesh is out there. You know he likes to throw that body around. Here comes one maybe.
Gibbs trying to get that puck forward. There's a little oopsie-doody there as looks like Clintworth took that one. This one's behind the Sharks' net. Gibbs gets bumped off that puck. Here comes the Sharks the other way. Another offsides against the Sharks there.
Yeah, those big guys go down on the ice. That's a long way to fall.
Just a step over the blue line there. 11:10 left to go here in the first period. 2-0. Looks like on that last hit for Micah was a bit shooken up there that he had to go off. Cody Oakes feeds that one up to Giuliano. Giuliano takes a shot. Sucked right into the Gwillem chest pads there, and Giuliano looking to pick a corner. Just couldn't get that one up high enough.
Cody Oakes with a nice play there, a steal at center ice, and he got Giuliano, and I think he had Gags with him on a 2-on-1, but the defenseman took away that pass, and Giuliano just put it right into the chest of Gwillem.
So the face-off to the left of Gwillem. Gagnon will take it. This one's played at Giuliano, another high head hunting shot there that kept in. Oakes gets that one out in front. They're jamming away. Gagnon had an opportunity.
What a save. Gwillem stuck that pad out and wasn't denied him.
Gagnon just couldn't get that puck up in the air. This one's fed out in front, off angle shot. Gwillem makes the save there. So keep rotating this puck out. This one's the center ice. Cody Oakes will feather that over to Giuliano. Giuliano will shoot that blocked by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer will pick this one up.
Giuliano's so confident. He's just a veteran out there and just so calm with that puck. Doesn't rush anything.
Pressure by the Shadow as they break out with a Groth again. Dump behind Sommerfeld. Baker will feed this one over. Passing to nowhere. Pelusia takes a shot point blank.
I think Sommerfeld got a piece of that, Frank.
He did, right off the top shoulder. We go back the other way. We're going to have to hold up to get onside here. Milam tried to feather that. Pelusia's on fire right now. He'll feed that one over. Kept in a one-timer right there. Right on.
Oh,
they score. Goatee right inside the blue line. Took that long shot. Not sure who got that one.
I think that was Pelusia on that one.
That's what I thought.
Threw it back to the defenseman. I think that might have been Gibbs, possibly Joe Gibbs. I'm not sure who was on the defense at that point, but it might have been Gibbs or Donaldson took the shot, and Pelusia gets the goal.
So the Sommerfeld had that one side open, and Pelusia just banged it home for the Sharks. And the Sharks are on the scoreboard here, 2-1. Shadow in the lead.
Shadow had complete control and just a giveaway in their own zone twice.
This one's kept in by the Shadow. This one's pinched along the boards. Sharks coming back the other way again. Trying to split a couple defenders. What do we got here? Looks like we got a penalty against Kuhn. So Kuhn will go to the penalty box.
Be short. Shano can't afford to give up a shorthanded goal right here. Let the Sharks right back in it with that goal. And now they're going to be short a man.
So Kuhn goes off at the 9-minute mark for 2 minutes or less. Power play for the Sharks here, looking to tie this one up. All of a sudden, a quick shot there, blocked out in front, kept in by the Sharks along the boards. Josh Hill tried to whisk that along the glass.
A big penalty kill here. It's still early in the game, but don't give them any light.
Face off to the right of Sommerfeld. We'll do it again here. This one's cleared behind the net. Tried to whisk that along. Here's an opportunity right here. Oh, big save by Gwillem. Looking for a short-handed goal. As the crowd got quiet, Josh Hill coming back the other way, wraps us around the back of the boards. Donaldson will pick it up. He'll get a piece of it. Pelusia sniffing around the net again. Behind the net, the Sharks are still keeping possession of this puck. Carlisle fighting for it. This one's cleared out all the way down to Gwillem.
Gwillem with a big save on that breakaway. That could be a big one there. Remember that.
Minute left in the penalty to Kuhn. Collision right there at center ice, cleared back into the Sharks' end. Gibbs will get a piece of this one and bring the puck up. Joe Gibbs along the boards, broken up right at along the boards. Gagnon dancing with two Sharks players. This one's wrapped along the back boards. The Sharks, Baker will play it back and eat up some clock. That one's teed up all the way back down, and Gibbs will have to pick this one up.
Milam way down at their own zone with a hard shot. Still scared me.
Gibbs loses it and the stick.
I think.
So we got another penalty.
Yeah, I think we got a slash right there. I think James knocked the stick right out of his hand with a slash, a little two-hander. So you got to be stronger and hold on to the stick. That's what James is telling him. Just a little tap.
So it's going to be a little 5-on-3 here for at least 20 seconds. This one's played along the boards. 5-on-3, cleared out. Trying to get a one out of the penalty box here for the Shadow. One comes out now. They keep coming here as it's still 2-1 on the power play. Groff, he'll wrap that one along the back of the boards. Kept in there by Donaldson. Here we go, a little 3-on-2 developing. There's a shot on Gwillem. Gwillem gets a piece of that one, cleared off to the side. Donaldson will pick this one up. Still 1:14 left in the power play. They'll work this puck around. Looks like Pelusia trying to put one in the back door. He didn't.
And a nice move right there to cut right back in the middle, and Baker luckily got back in time.
Joe Gibbs will round this one up for the Sharks. Long shot all the way down. This looks like this will be an icing against the Sharks. Not what they wanted to do on a power play.
No, you got the extra attacker. You want to carry that puck down. Just kind of set up your offense, but I think they were trying to connect on a long pass and get a break.
Still 52 seconds left in Captain James' penalty. Then the Shadow will be at full strength, barring no other penalties. Good forecheck there by the Shadow on Goatee. Taken out by Gibbs. Gibbs forwards that one. There's a one-timer right there just to the outside of Sommerfeld. They'll work it around. Spencer Bowman tried to get that one over. That one's broken up. Taken again by Gibbs. Gibbs crosses the blue line. Dumps that one to the outside of Sommerfeld. Helgamo still with the puck. Now it's taken by the Shadow and dumped back down into the Sharks' end. 8 seconds left here in the power play for the Sharks.
Should just about do it.
One last run here as Scullin makes a run there. Battle behind the net just to the outside. This one's wrapped along the boards, cleared out. Trying to take, here comes Captain James Ryerson. Ryerson throws that one out in front. Nobody there but kept in. Here's another shot on net. Perry tried to get a stick on that one. That one fanned on. Couple opportunities for the Shadow, so Perry will gather this puck up. Laid along the boards, taking it center ice. Dumped back in by the Sharks was Gibbs. Cody Oakes will set things up and take things.
He's going to let the hair fly right here, Frank.
Right here, looking to go coast to coast. Breaks to the outside. There's a quick shot. Oh, he hit the post. Loose puck behind him.
Oh, what a stop. He got some help from the goal post, hit him in the back, and then he hopped right on it.
Big opportunity there as
I think that was Gags on that shot, and he kind of got him under the arm a little bit, hit the left goal post, came right back and hit him in the backside, and then Gwillem landed on the puck.
Chance there, and it broke his stick. Gagnon sticks cost about $400. Michael Perry will take the face-off here. Feeds this one back. Milam looking to boom one off. That one shot to the outside. Sharp will move this one forward. Taken again by the Shadow. Kuhn will chase this one down. Kuhn and Sharp go along the glass. Couple of hits there. Milam looking to boom one.
Oh.
Milam looked like he hit the top of the stick of Gwillem. Coming back the other way. Player changes on the Shark bench. Nice moves there by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer looking to do it himself, put his cape on and get on his horse. This one shot back down. Here's an opportunity for Micah, takes a shot, and that one's kicked off to the side.
Here's for me, mixing it up.
Here's an opportunity, off-angle shot there. Looks like that was Pelusia. Actually, it was Spencer Bowman. Gibbs now with the puck. He'll treat that one back. This one stroked forward into the Shadow end. Josh Hill feathered that one down. Sommerfeld gathered it up, and they tried keeping it in. It's actually the Sharks will wrap that back down into the Shadow end. Shadow coming back the other way. Try to break it in the inside. Here's an opportunity right on Gwillem.
Oh, what a stop.
Gwillem made the save there. He was going right. He had to go left, and he made a huge save there at the 2:44 mark of the first period.
Moroso up on the left-hand side, taking it and feeding it right out in front to Fraser, who got that shot off, and Gwillem up to the task.
They call Gwillem Cool Hand Jake.
He's had some big save this period. I think we could have a 4-1 game right now if it wasn't for Gwillem. He's played extremely well.
Gwillem's got a lot of hair on his head too.
He decided to go with the hockey hair, not the hockey beard. Playoff beard, I mean.
It's the long hair, not the actual mullet. Spencer Bowman has the mullet. Little discussion here just outside the blue line. Not sure what it's about. 2:44 left to go here in the first period. Up 2-1, Shadow over the Sharks.
Maybe they're asking if this period's lasting too long. Doesn't it feel like a long period to you? It feels like a long period to me.
So Ryerson and Groth out there speaking and presenting their debate here.
The penalty box open for the Sharks over there. Like maybe they should just, I don't know. Ryerson's heading to the locker room, it looks like.
We'll have to find out what this is all about.
Oh, he didn't shut the door, so he must be coming right back and
go get a juice box or something.
Going to get a tape measure. We got an illegal stick challenge or something. The curve on somebody's stick.
Go get his Happy Meal.
Probably something to do with Gwillem. Maybe he's got an issue with his helmet.
Needs a new bucket. Where is his lid?
Oh, there. Oh, he just got it back when he came over to the bench. I'm not sure what's going on, but
here comes Captain James.
Got to grab another stick.
Get his signed Gordie Howe stick, old wooden one. 1972 all over again. 2:44, 2-1.
The ref working on his lid over on the other side too with that nice head of hair. No, wait, that nice shiny hair.
I don't know, must be something going on. Is that a do-rag he's got on? I think I seen him pull up on his motorcycle today. Side bags and everything. Hey, these refs aren't exactly what you think they are.
Those guys move around pretty well out there, I'll tell you.
Yeah. So the door was only open to give his head a sweat map, you know?
I guess.
We still haven't figured it out, so we'll go over to the other circle here. How many times have I said 2:44? Here we go.
It's been a while. Oh.
Gino Mini had
out here.
Here we go. Palusha, little 2-on-1. Tried to feed that over. Good defensive play to hold that one up. This one shot out in front. Sommerfeld. Palusha right on the doorstep again.
Or not with a good defensive play right there. Took away that 2-on-1. He couldn't get the pass across.
Good crafty veteran move there by Paul Arnott.
Got his stick in the way, his skates in the way, made it very difficult.
Carlisle taking that face off. There's a quick shot on net. Looked like that was Donaldson, point blank. Palusha just trying to get anything on that puck there. Kept in by the Groth will take a shot there. Coming back the other way. Little Dipsy Doodle trying to split a couple of Sharks defenders. That isn't going to happen. Palusha gets on his horse. There's a quick shot on that, blocked out and taken by Carlisle. Pressure by the Sharks again here late in the first period. Shadow recover and trying to fish this one. Broken up again. Here they come right in front of the net. Donaldson.
Oh, big stop.
Donaldson had an opportunity.
Another giveaway by the Shadow.
Baker trying to find a handle on that one. Actually, that's Perry, Michael Perry. He gets it dumped in there. Look out for Michael Perry. It's like a freight train coming towards you. Gibbs will clear this one. Down into the Shadow end. Behind the net, the Sharks circle it. Still keeping possession of this one. Right along the front of the bench of the Shadow. Michael Perry will gather this one up.
And that's the problem right there. When Perry took that puck end to end, they only left his defensive partner alone and nobody covered.
Here's an opportunity for Gagnon. Gagnon tried to go upstairs. Gwillem didn't even know where it was. He got a piece of it. Another opportunity as Sharks just looking to clear this one out of their end. Pfeiffer rang that one along the backboards. Dumped back in by Milam. Groth will take this puck and put his cape on. He's checked along the boards right in front of the bench. Checked to see he's missing a few teeth. He's got his glove over his
I think the elbow came up on him a little bit on that check. But
here's an opportunity, a little 3-on-2. developing. Rowell trying to feed this one over. Good defensive move there by Joe Gibbs. Pinched in by the Shadow. Quick shot on Gwillem. Gwillem steers that one up into the netting.
That's a good opportunity here for the Shadow with only just under 6 seconds to go. They get a face-off in Sharks zone, and Milam on the point. That's the one you want to get it to right here. Get that booming shot of his.
5.7 seconds left to go here in the first. 2-1 Shadow over the Sharks.
Double Z on the face-off here.
This one's played back. Quick shot by Giuliano. So we'll do it here for the first period. So we got the scorers, Dalton J. and Milam, the two early goals here in the first period to take a 2-0 lead. The Sharks came back with pressure. They scored. Pelusia got the goal, and that's where we stand here at the end of the first period. 2-1 Shadow over the Sharks. We'll take a break here on Go Live Sportscast. Back here live on Go Live Sportscast. I am Frank Mazzola along with Gary Prezwara. Gary, it's a game that we expected this kind of battle just the way it's been played.
Yeah, again, both teams pretty equal. So you expect nothing less than being a close game. I felt like the Shadow really controlled that first period, but only having a 2-1 lead. And I think that's thanks to Jacob Gwillem, because he made 3 or 4 really, really big saves there to keep this game at a 2-1 score.
So we had 3 goals in the first period. Dalton J. from Fraser and MIHL, and gave an assist to Oaks, and also for the Sharks, Palusha, and we think Hill got one of those assists. That's where we sit, 2-1 here, about to start the second period. 40 more minutes of action here. Should be a heck of a time. This is exactly what you want to see in hockey. If you're a hockey fan, 2 good teams going at it. Good hockey play here in the MIHL. Now, if you would have thought, at the beginning of the year, when the playoffs come around, there's going to be a 2-game series, 3-game series. You're going to go the full amount against the defending champs. Then you're going to go the full amount against the runner-ups last year. And here we are. We're not even to the championship, and we're seeing great hockey all the way to this point.
Yeah, I'm sure the Shadow are feeling pretty good about themselves after that first series. And now coming back and forcing, the game 3 here at home. And still a long way to go. We got 40 more minutes.
Talking to Ryerson, says we should have took both games.
Well, they definitely had a chance in game 1 for sure. They were right there.
So they'll switch ends here as trying to get that puck. Here comes Gagnon. Gagnon looking to do an inside-outside move. He's taken down. Was that Gagnon or Rowell?
I think Gagnon went down there behind the net.
Dumped out in front. Taken around, wrapped along the boards there. Milam clears this one out. Giving a good chase for that one is Goatee for the Sharks. Palusha trying to pick that one out. Baker feeds that one forward. Baker tries to keep that in. Cody Oakes gathers this one up. Cody Oakes looking to do the outside-inside thing. This one's feathered out in front. Nobody there for the Shadow. Sharks recover. Coming back the other way. A little dump into the end there. Carlisle will give chase to that one.
Good play by the Shadow there. The Sharks had a 4-on-2 possibly developing, and they got back.
Here we go again. Broken up by the Sharks as Fraser was trying to break away. Blew a tire right there for the Sharks. Rowell gets, actually it's Minnie that got pushed off of that puck. Little give and go behind the net, broken up by Carlisle. Carlisle trying to pickpocket in the back there. He's right out in front now.
Big stop by Sommerfeld there and a deflection. And big number 61 right in the mix of it again.
Andrew Palusha. He's the kind of guy that goes to the buffet and just stays up there.
Palusha and
you
Groth.
eat while you're at the buffet.
Palusha and Groth are the 2 guys I really enjoy watching. They really Groth moves well and flies up the ice, and Palusha's just around everything.
Here's an opportunity. Shot on net. He scores!
Double Z!
Double Z redirected that one. Right out in front. Kuhn threw that out in front, and Double Z did his job.
Beautiful pass and a beautiful deflection right there by Double Z.
He just redirected that pass out in front. Gwillem didn't have a chance on that. He was looking one way and the puck went the other. So an early goal here in the second period, giving the Shadow a 3-1 lead at the 18:08 mark of the second period.
Zulkanich right there in front with a deflection. Beautiful goal.
That one's broken up by Minnie. Here it is, stolen. Quick shot on net. Sommerfeld got a piece of that one as that was a humdinger by Josh Hill.
Yeah, he just missed that one.
This one's played and kept in by the Sharks. Now played out. Cody Oakes, we got a 2-on-1 developing here with Gags. Actually a 3-on-1. That one out in front as looked like Giuliano.
Just missed the net wide. He had it.
Coming back the other way. 1-on-1 on Sommerfeld.
Oh, what a stop.
Sommerfeld got a piece of Pfeiffer's shot there. Kept in by the Sharks, so they'll rotate this puck around. Looks like Scullin was trying to get a piece of that one. Here's one right out in front, cleared to the side.
Shadow got to tighten up defensively here. That's too good of chances there where the Sharks player gets behind the defenseman.
Gibbs crosses the blue line. Quick shot. That one's blocked. This one's dumped out of the zone, right in the neutral zone. Here come the Sharks again. They get it over the blue line. Things get jammed up over there, back into the neutral zone. Baker trying to, Minnie gets his stick on that one. Here's a Ryerson trying to turn. He takes a shot right there. Gwillem steers that one off to the side. Here's an opportunity right in front of the net on his knees for Micah. Took a shot. Shot out in front inside the blue line. That one's blocked. Coming back the other way, Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer trying to go outside inside. Oh, he takes a hit behind the
double hit, huh?
Made a sandwich. Here comes looking for the one-timer. There's a quick shot saved by Gwillem. Gwillem kicked that one to the outside.
I think Gwillem thought Milam with that slap shot he has. He wound up for a slap shot and fooled him a little bit and just toe dragged it.
Things heating
There
up
they go
here in the
again.
second period. Little 3-on-1. Oh, he just waited too long.
Oh, Moroso, you're right, Frank. I think he just waited a bit too long, and when he tried to throw it across, Gwillem got that big paddle on it and deflected it and knocked the net off. Up and down action.
So Gwillem getting tested here after giving up that goal early in the second period. Coming up big there, keeping it 3-1.
Shadow come out buzzing here to start the second period and get that early goal, and then they gave up a breakaway and another one where they had a 2-on-1 where the forwards got behind our defense there, and can't have that when you're in a game 3 like this. Got to play defensively.
Spencer Bowman's going to have to peel back. Now it's dumped back in as everybody had to get onside. Helgamo giving a chase for that one. Things get jammed up on the far side boards. Taken by the Shadow. Peeled back. Moroso over to Minnie. Minnie tried to get that one back out front. Here come the Sharks the other way.
Moroso doing a good job there, getting back to cover for Minnie there, who pinched up.
That one was offsides. They just couldn't touch that one. This one's dumped just to the outside of Sommerfeld. Minnie will lock him up and move forward now. This one's deflected down into the Sharks' end. One-timer right there, right on Gwillem. Gwillem makes a save. Joe Gibbs will gather this one up.
I think that one hit him in the mask.
Carlisle wraps this one along the boards, gives it to Gibbs. Right on Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld will throw that big glove over it.
Good opportunity for the Sharks there. And just a little deflection again out in front.
Those gloves that the goalies have, that's like a breed between first baseman's glove and a catcher's glove.
It's a big glove. I don't know how they have any feel in that thing.
This one's cleared down. Gibbs will break this one up. Joe Gibbs will try to clear that one out. Kuhn will dump it back in. Gwillem will field it in the air. Broken up. Here come the Sharks the other way. Pelusia crosses the blue line. Looking to go outside, inside. He gets stripped of the puck. Pelusia still with the puck, trying to backhand. Actually, it wasn't Pelusia, but
the opposite number, huh? 16,
Carlisle.
61?
I'm seeing both numbers, only the opposite.
Well, you were standing upside down, so you saw 61. You're
Back
talented that way.
Back in by Pfeiffer.
Oh.
Pfeiffer keeps it in. Played right out in front, looking for somebody. Open side player there. Josh Hill was open on the other side. Actually, it was Donaldson. This one's kept in. Shot high. Pelusia tried to get a stick on that one. Still kept in by the Sharks inside the blue line.
Oh, Vermeesh, I think, got him up high. Pfeiffer up high. And he's going to go take a seat for 2 minutes.
So, yeah, he'll go off for 2 minutes.
You know, we know when Vermeesh is out there, he's looking to throw his body around and get physical with somebody and not afraid to drop those gloves, but he's got to be careful right there and taking that penalty.
13-17 left in the second period. Sharks on the power play.
Got to be more disciplined.
Sommerfeld will try to clear this one out.
Got lucky there. Could have been
dangerous. They do get that one out of the zone, but back in the neutral zone. Shadow getting it over. Dalton Jay. Jay trying to look for a shorty. Sharks do gather this one up. Groth will take this one. He'll peel back. Come the Sharks with a head of steam. Sharp with that one. He'll throw it out front, clear it out by the Shadow all the way down to Gwillem.
Nice play by Moroso right there in the slot to take that pass away and clear it down and get a change.
Both teams bringing out fresh bodies. 12:23 left to go here in the second. Minute left in the penalty two for Mish. Gino Mini couldn't find the nail. Here's an opportunity right out in front of the net.
Oh!
Sommerfeld. They tried to.
What a stop there on Scullin.
Gino Mini's mad at himself. He let that puck go, and there was two Shark players all alone in front of Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld felt naked there, but he made the save.
And Mini was so upset with himself, he took himself right off and went to the bench.
So still 53 seconds left in the power play for the Sharks. Gibbs will retreat with the puck there. Joe Gibbs looking to set things up here for a final dash for the Sharks.
Looked like a design play there for a second, Frank. They had to get Fraser behind the defenseman on a leak out.
One last run here, 30 seconds left in the power play. They'll set things up. Helgamo stripped of the puck there. Not clear it out yet. It went off a body. Still kept in the zone. Spencer Bowman goes in there deep. Little collision there as Cherwalk gets it taken. Here comes Baker the other way. Baker will just lob that one in. Both teams back at full strength. Vermeesh trying to get off the ice. He does. There's an opportunity right there. Good move, defensive move there on Goatee. Helgamo takes a hack at it. This one's moved forward. Cody Oakes trying to go get it. Cody's battling for it, tried to feed that one out front. The Sharks recover. Quickly get that
nice
out.
Play there.
Big, huge outlet pass trying to hit a one-timer there.
They had Pfeiffer behind the defense again, and Big Clintworth stuck out the size 15 skate and negated that breakaway.
So a two-goal lead by the Shadow here. 10:39 left to go in the second period. 3-1 is the score. Sharks looking to move this one forward. This one's feathered ahead by Donaldson over to Pelusia. Pelusia trying to get that one out front to Carlisle. Carlisle in front of the net. Backhands that one. Big save by Sommerfeld. Bryn Sommerfeld making the save again.
He's standing tall, literally, figuratively, a little of both. And there's Pelusia again making things happen for the Sharks.
Pelusia getting on his motorcycle. 10:22 left here in the second period. Carlisle taking the face off. This one's cleared back all the way down into the Sharks' end. Gibbs will try to get a stick on that. Pelusia putting a little pressure. Kuhn gets this one over. That one's fanned on.
Oops, swing and a miss.
Rowell just can't find the handle. Here they come on. Carlisle takes a quick shot there. Kept in by the Sharks. They'll rotate this puck around. Groth coming back the other way. Michael Perry trying to get on his horse. We got a little thing here. Oh, just couldn't get enough on that one. As Clintworth, that puck went behind him.
Clintworth jumping up on the play from his defensive position. And
Sommerfeld makes a long. Pelusia trying to do some magic down there with the stick. He's got that stick and that puck on a string.
Not sure he knew where that one was. It was straight up in the air, and Pelusia saw it.
Coming back the other way. Ryerson will dump it into the Sharks end. Vermeesh tried to poke that out front.
Vermeesh out there, you know I'm always watching him just to see what he's going to stir up.
Vermeesh looking to put a few tattoos on.
I think they got Sharks or Shadow got 6 guys out there. Going to have to take somebody off. Good try, though.
Face off down in the Sharks' end. Gagnon takes it. It's kept in by the Shadow, wrapped around the boards. That one thrown out front, nobody there. Giuliano just threw that one out front. Sommerfeld. He'll wrap that along the boards. Oakes trying to move that forward. Gagnon finds the handle. Here's an opportunity right out in front. Oh! Gagnon tried to redirect that, but Gwilliam snapped it up so quick, he had no chance.
Giuliano with a nifty little play there. He just flipped it ahead. And before Gags could get his stick on it, he just scooped it up.
Gwilliam making a huge save to come out and grab that puck while it was going across. So we'll do it again down in the Sharks' end, a face-off. There's a quick one-timer right there. Loose puck out in front. Looking to get it redirected. Gwilliam got a piece of that one.
2 chances, Moroso and Fraser.
Coming back as the Shadow clear their zone. Kemple will move with that puck. Gino Mini now will pick it up. Mini tries to get it past Kemple. Kemple looks to dump that back in over to the side. They get it in the zone. Scullin trying to throw that one out in front. That one goes over to the far side boards. Kept in, Goatee. Now taken by, actually kept in by the Sharks. Finally cleared out. 7:40 left to go here in the second period.
Sharks doing a good job forechecking there. Keeping that puck in the zone, and another are not with a giveaway this time right on the Sharks stick.
So we'll have a face-off just to the left of Gwilliam.
Big Z in the face-off circle to take this one.
Double Z taking it for the Shadow.
Groth trying to get a little head start there in a face-off.
This one's cleared out of the zone by the Sharks. Scuffle along the boards. Here comes Rowell. Rowell breaks to the center. Big collision right there. Sharks recover and grab the puck. That one's, Kuhn got a piece of that one, couldn't keep it in. Back to Michael Perry. This one's tipped in by Vermeesh. Vermeesh will look to go give a check. Along the back boards. Clintworth feeds that one out. One-timer!
Milam shaking his head. He's mad he missed the net.
Here's another opportunity. Backhander there. Looks like that was Baker with that one.
Yeah, that hit the outside of the post.
This one right on Sommerfeld, so icing is waved off on that one. Ryerson, Captain James looking to break in the inside. He can't find a turn signal there. Taken by the Sharks. Sharks coming back the other way. Little 2-on-2 action here. Kept in. Pinched along the boards. Wrapped behind Sommerfeld. Gagnon looking to turn the burners on. The flying Frenchman goes to the inside. He's going to go to the outside. Oh!
Interesting. The net's off again.
Gagnon looking to do some magic there. Pull a hockey puck out of his hat.
He almost went through the entire team. I think he just about did. And had Gwillem sprawling one way and popping the net off.
The flying Frenchman, the chief, Gags. Sharks trying to move this puck out. They'll feather it over. Dump down into the shadow end. Gibbs pushed that one forward. This one kept in. Shot on net, traffic right out in front. Here's an opportunity and they score.
Guess who? Guess who?
Palusia and Hill team up again. You see that one was created by a couple of the Shark players there. Nobody out in front of the net. They just kept on stabbing at that puck, and Palusia gets a second one of the night.
Just that loose puck laying right out in front, and he's so crafty with his stick work, and he just flipped it right in. And we're back to that one-goal lead again.
That was at the 5:37 mark here of the second period. Shot right on Sommerfeld. Britton makes the save there.
Both of the Sharks' goals now, just loose pucks laying out in front, and Shadow not really clearing anyone out in front of the net. They're just letting them stand there.
Cherwalk will take this face-off. He gets thrown out of the face-off zone, so Bowman will take it. Right out in front of the net, kind of dangerous there. Gino Mini lives dangerously. There was a hit on the outside, didn't slow him down. Suddenly the Sharks are throwing the body around. Helgamo. Down in the shadow end. Players battle it out. Groth throws this one out front to the wrong player. Here we go the other way. Dalton Jay. Jay gets this to the outside. Opportunity there. Nobody there for the Shadow. We go back the other way. 3-on-2.
Oh, what big hit. Big hit.
Gino Mini. Here comes Spencer Bowman. Spencer Bowman gets So here we go. Saturday night's all right for a fight. Saturday night.
I don't know if Minnie's going to get a penalty or not, but he was just lining him up for a check. It was a kind of simultaneous whistle for offsides. No, he's not getting. There's not getting anything. That was just bang bang, offside whistle, and he was already in his motion to lay a check on him.
So the refs say, play on, boys. No penalties here. That hit right at the 4:45 mark here of the second period. Hello.
That'll wake you up.
Just outside the shadow blue line. This one's fed back to Baker. Bakes looking to move that puck down into the Sharks' end, and that'll be an icing against the Shadow. So the Michigan Shadow with a 3-2 lead here late into the second period, looking to hold on or get possibly another goal.
The second period, very similar to the first. I feel like the Shadow have been pretty much in control here, but
Josh Hill will take the face-off for the Sharks.
Sharks hanging around and chipping one in.
Shadow move this puck forward. Double Z looking to go to his office space. Instead, he'll go to the corner and put a gentle hit on the Shark player. This one's dumped all the way down to Sommerfeld. It's being icing against the Sharks.
Both teams just being extra cautious, I feel like, through these first two periods. Hasn't been a whole lot of there's been some checks, but there hasn't been a whole lot of physicality, and I think they're just all trying to stay out of the penalty box, not trying to do anything foolish. Just play hockey and keep it simple.
Face off to the right of Gwillem. This one's played back. Cody Oakes will get it over to Milam. Milam gets stripped of that puck. Little 2-on-2. Cody Oakes going to have to play a little bit of D. Plays good D there. That puck's thrown out in front. Josh Hill tried to get a stick on that. Sharks play it back. Good hustle by Gagnon trying to pester somebody. Puck kept in. Here's one. A loose puck out in front.
What a stop.
Made two saves there.
Look out here in the slot. Late man coming.
Move there.
Oh!
Desur.
And he got it. Bowman. Or
Scullin,
I'm sorry, yeah.
Scullin ties it up. He made 2 or 3 saves there, Sommerfeld. And then all alone in front there, Scullin got that loose puck and just lifted it. We got a tie game here at the 3:30 mark of the second period.
We got a hockey game. I think Joe Gibbs got an assist on that one behind the net.
Gibby
clearing it out in front, and again, just another loose puck. The Sharks do best as they're hanging around the net, just waiting for those rebounds.
This one's wrapped along the glass, kept in by the Sharks, now cleared back. Dumped back down in the shadow end as Groth throws this one all the way down. Little traffic jam in the corner. The ref might have been taken out on that one.
Oh, yeah, I think the ref's is holding on to his left side of his ear. It's the same guy that was...
Same guy that used the do-rag?
Yeah, he was cleaning up earlier. Now he's really got to get some work done. Checking to see if he's got any blood.
Back to the do-rag maybe. 3:04 left to go in the second period. We're all notched up here at Big Boy Arena. Would you expect anything different?
No, this is exactly what I think everyone expected to see. Again, these teams are so evenly matched that it just they're doing exactly what I thought they were going to do. If you're a hockey fan, this is an exciting game.
Well, that's what you want to see, exciting hockey. You don't want to see blowouts.
No, nobody wants to see a blowout.
You see two good teams playing it, going after each other here, have been going after each other the whole series. We'll have the face-off just to the right of Sommerfeld, down in the Michigan shadow end.
Now I'm guessing either of these teams were on the winning end of a blowout. They take it. Don't get me wrong, but
quick shot on Sommerfeld. He steers that one aside. Here's an opportunity. That one's dumped down and taken by the Sharks again. Good clean pass up to Carlisle. Carlisle will dump it up to his buddy Pelusia. He can't find it. This one's played all the way back. Gibbs will move this one forward. Carlisle again. Carlisle locks him up, trying to get to Pelusia. Pelusia trying to get a stick on that one, just hanging around. That one's off to the side, and Carlisle will feed it back to Pelusia. Pelusia will take a hit there. Still not cleared out by the Shadow. Finally, the Shadow do get it out. Dalton Jay, late pass there taken by the Sharks. Groth will gather that one up and shoot it back down to the Shadow. Just crossing the blue line, blue tire right there. Throws that one on Gwillem. Gwillem will throw that one off to the side. Sharks coming back the other way. They just sing-song that puck down to Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld will just grab it and hold it.
Cherwalk bearing down on him. Didn't want to take any chances right there.
1:36 left to go here in the second. All tied up at 3-3 here. Kept in right there, just inside the blue line. Sharks take a shot, another off-angle shot from the far side board, trying to get that puck out front. Cody Oakes takes a stick to the face. Was that Cody Oakes?
No, that's Kuhn down there. Now Milam coming in to break things up.
So we'll see what we got here.
Not sure what happened there. I was watching the play as Big Z was on his horse, getting down the ice, ready to go down for a two-on-one.
Well, I seen the two battle there, Kuhn and he went down.
Shearwalk is going to the box, and so is Milam.
Milam came in to help Kuhn, and
probably offsetting penalties here, although not sure what happened to Kuhn because he was the one on the ice getting pushed and shoved in the face.
Getting a face wash.
He said something to Shearwalk. Didn't like his outfit today or something.
A lot of chirping going on from both benches, back and forth. Brendan Pfeiffer's got a big smile on his face like he ate an apple pie.
Minute 20 to go and tie game here. Wouldn't want it any other way.
Minute 20 left in the second period, and then
ref still discussing it, but they're having only a discussion here with the Sharks players.
we got about 6 or 7 Shark players on the ice trying to sneak one in.
Well, maybe the hope is that the Sharks got an extra one for the initial hit on Kuhn, and then Milam just getting a 2 minutes for coming in to protect his teammate. But it looks like it's probably looks like it's going to be a shadow power play because Sherlock's got the extra 2 minutes up there.
So it is a power play 5-on-4 here, and skating off into the penalty box.
Pober's probably got to serve that extra time. I'm guessing he's serving the 2 minutes, and Sherlock and Milam probably got 5 minutes each.
It's good! Off the face-off!
I think that was Dalton Jay.
Dalton Jay throws a dinger. Dalton J. right off the face-off, right behind. He grabbed that puck.
I think that was Moroso on the face-off, right?
It went right behind Moroso. And Dalton J. picked it up and snapped it. That was a quick power play goal here to take the lead back for the Shadow.
Big goal right there by the Shadow. They got to feel good going into the intermission if they can keep this 1-goal lead.
Kept in, but that was not kept in by the Sharks. Trying to lock them up right there. Feed that one out to Rowell.
Oh, no.
Here's an opportunity, a little 2-on-1. Mini trying to get back.
Oh, nice play.
Good play by Gino Mini. Good defensive play. The Shark fans want a penalty, but
what a play by Gino Mini. He fell down and he still made the play.
this one's dumped back in the Sharks' end. 35 seconds left to go here in the second period. Played out of the zone. Dumped back into the Sharks' end. This one's kept in along the far side boards. Checked by Gibbs. Trying to round this one up. Giuliano trying to get this out. Perry keeps it in back to Giuliano. Looking for something here late. Cody Oakes. Oakes takes a shot just to the outside.
He saw that top right corner. He was looking at it. Just missed it.
They keep rotating that puck. Another opportunity shot on net. Bakes takes that one.
It's a way to finish the period.
So the Sharks came back and scored 2 goals to tie it up, and then that late goal by Dalton J. to take the lead here. We'll take a break here on Go Live Sportscast. Be back for the third period. back here on Go Live Sportscast. We have a special guest sitting between the second and third period, John Ott.
How we doing, guys?
So, John, I need to ask you, your name is spelled O-T-T. Is that John, overtime time?
Yeah.
That's because, I mean, we could go to overtime any of these games. And, another great game here today. Let's go over the scoring in the first period.
Okay. So I know you guys, we had a little bit of a check there. So I had Fraser, and I had, make sure I have my sheets here as well, Jamison Mayhem with the primaries at 1905 and 1651. The assists would be a little bit sketchy only because I can't rewind from the YouTube side. But Andrew Polosha made it 2-1 for the Sharks at 9:24. Of record, Jacob Gillum is the netminder for the Sharks, who did not play the first two games when Ian Morton was in there. That was kind of something that you were thinking about as well.
So Pelusia is sort of on fire here today.
He is.
He's all over the place, and so is Hill.
He's kind of carrying what Sam Gagnon's been able to do for the Shadow all the way across the board, correct, over the last two games. So they're going to need that as well. There was a tip early. I know Adam Kuhn got the assist at 18:08. It was a drive at the net. If you guys have that goal for
that
me,
was double Z.
Yeah, it was
Double
Okanich
Z?
with that one.
Okay.
Yep.
He redirected that one in front of
So
the
that,
net.
yeah, I saw the redirect there. I wanted to get the number on that. And
6-4-3.
Yes. And then the late Shadow goal I have is Dalton J on the power play.
Yep, that one's
Yeah,
right.
right.
For Mike Moroso.
Right off the face-off.
And then I believe the one at 3:30 for the Sharks that made it a 3-3 tie for a moment was Michael Redmond from Josh Hill. That was a scrummage right in front of the net, and things got a little chaotic. Now, I don't want to say too many things to brush up on the part of the broadcast because you guys are doing an excellent job. I want to be honest here with you. It's killing me down there having to not be able to do this broadcast here. I feel the sort of nerves, you would feel from watching the game. So it's a little bit different. But I did say in the story publication that's sent out across the two, I was thinking if the Sharks had a chance, they could not give up more than 3 goals.
Wow.
And now this is within 1. And as you always say, Gary, the next goal is the big goal.
The big goal, right.
It's going to be a 2-goal swing or a tie. And in this series, I know the Sharks have had, 3 power plays today? In a grand total, and this is me probably off by a couple, both teams have combined, I think, 2 for 18 with 2 shorthanded goals. So how does that play into next week? If the Shadow advance and they play the Kings, or the same thing with the Sharks, do you honestly feel like the Kings might be scared of the power play or lack thereof from the opponent? I don't know. Because as you guys called, you were able to watch the Kings there at Big Boy. They won a game. So did Muskegon. The Sharks were the only team to not beat them this year. So that's a very interesting conversation to have because Kalkaska is very good like the Shadow are, but they got other couple weapons too.
So we can talk about the probability of either team going to the championship. As you said, they played them here. That was a December game,
Yep.
A Sunday morning, a perfect start, 9:45 a.m.
Full house here.
Full
Packed
house
arena, yeah.
And I was just finishing up my breakfast, and the final score was 12-3.
Yeah, you had a wild one.
Yeah, so, and then you see that the way they played their 2 games against the Sharks, it seems like the Sharks had a hard time breaking their defense quite a bit.
They did. And again, I had the privilege of that Sunday game when Kalkaska had 6 and the Sharks just couldn't break through. And I want to give the Shadow full credit. We know I work for the league alongside you guys, try to be a company man, write stories across the board. This is the best the Shadow have played against the Sharks. It's taken the playoffs. Again, if the Sharks were to win today, they would have to be 7-2-1. So as you talked about, Frank, there's been some success, but the Shadow have pushed the Sharks around. But in the playoffs, they've kind of dictated their own pace, the way they started the game. You guys have been able to call it. They've looked very good in this series throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, I think I was telling Frank earlier, John, is to me the first 2 periods, I don't know your thoughts, but I feel like the Shadow really have controlled this game.
Yeah.
I mean, the The one guy for the Sharks that scares me is Pelusia, and if they can get Groth going, because Groth, when he just takes that puck end to end, but he hasn't been able to do that today. And I feel like, again, their shadow just kind of controlled this game. And if not for Gwillem, this game could be a lot more lopsided, because Gwillem has stood on his head with some really big saves.
Now, we talked during the season about this. He says goaltending, as we know, is huge in the playoffs, and you said that the shadow would need Sommerfeld, and here Sommerfeld is keeping them in the games. But over the last weekend, Morton played those 2 games, and they could have went either way. I mean, the shadow, widened their lead on that second game, but how big, as we always talk about goaltending in playoffs, as 2 years ago, remember Gibby standing on his head for the Sharks on the road and at home. So, like you called it, they needed Sommerfeld, and here Sommerfeld is. And who's his backup?
It's Elijah Gibbons, the one who won 2 years ago with the Sharks.
Right, exactly.
So they have a lot of wealth to be able to choose from. Again, as I said for Sommerfeld, I make no excuses about it. And this is no disrespect to the Sharks brothers and all that, but I think he's the best netminder in the league. And the Shadow have that luxury. They've just had to show, and it took the playoffs to do so, a 60-minute full effort, Frank, as you talked about. Sometimes you see the Sharks push and pull. The Shadow have been able to do that, but he's the man in the net that's going to have to try to get the job done. And 4-3 is our score line. And again, I say that because I think 3 had to be the marker that the Sharks needed to keep it at. Now it's within 1. Who knows what's going to happen here next, but I would say probably if you don't see one within the next 10 minutes, let's say we still have a 4-3 game, we're going to be on a nail-biter for the rest of the way. So that's going to be what I'd be looking for. It can't just be 61 for the Sharks.
Right.
Polosha's been great, but they do need another answer.
Well, as you said, the Shadow team had some problems playing 60 minutes in a row. They'd have a good period, a bad period, a good period, and they find themselves in the hole. And they find themselves in the hole quite a few times this year against the Sharks. This is the 10th meeting, playoffs and regular seasons, and currently the Sharks have won 6 and the Shadow have won 3. But obviously this is the most important game right here of the season, any game in the league so far. Like I was saying at the beginning of the broadcast, here you play the defending champs, and then you have to play the runner-up champs, and you're not even in the championship yet.
Right, no, exactly. We talk about the MIHL South being a gauntlet, and you guys called it because you had the games 2 and 3 at Big Boy. If we're being honest with ourselves, the Muskegon Voyagers could have been a delay of game penalty away because you got that late tie in the third. It could have been a completely different story there. And as you said, now you're going to have 10 teams going into 26-27. So this 10th meeting, quote unquote, is something that's not going to happen next year. So enjoy it. This has been a great rivalry of the Battle of M59. I know we've all had a lot of fun covering it.
Absolutely, and we'll see what the outcome. We still got 20 minutes to go. What do you foresee in this last 20 minutes here, or more?
You have to hope, at least for both sides, I'll say this objectively, stay out of the penalty box. I understand that both teams have been just really putrid as far as trying to get stuff done with the man advantage, but that's going to break at some point. Right. Because if you take a big call at an inopportune time, that's going to be a momentum shift. So stay even strength. And then the main thing for me is if you have a couple lanes to shoot, because I've seen the Sharks kind of not be trigger happy when they needed to be. The Shadow have kind of taken more of advantage of their opportunities in this game so far, in my opinion. If you got a space to shoot the puck. If you can make the extra pass, make it, but don't be indecisive.
Yeah, I think both of these teams, the first 2 periods, have definitely been a little more cautious. They've been smart, not done anything to cause their team to be shorthanded. Like you said, I mean, the power play is not like anyone's lighting it up, but you're right. It's at some point it's going to hurt you, and I think they've both been very cautious this game, not to hurt their team and take those 2 minutes.
Hey, Frank, I don't want to jump all over you because I know it's going to be start for the third period and you boys are going to get set to call. If this is my last time on the broadcast for this year, I want to say thank you because you guys have been a family to me just like the Waterford Sharks have been. all the way across the board. It's a privilege to be on here calling this with you. You know what I'm hoping for, but I can't say that. Again, also working for the league.
I'll
but
just guess
if
about that.
not, have some fun.
So last, we still got a few minutes here. Last thing I want, this is the kind of hockey we've seen, throughout the season that you want to see. Competitive, two good teams going at each other, whether it's Muskegon or some other team. You just want to see good hockey. The league has really formed itself, and it's really competitive, and that's what you like to see here. And this is great hockey. If you're just a hockey fan that love hockey, this is a game you want to see. These kind of games in the MIHL. So enjoying it all year round here throughout this year and the previous years. It just it's really starting to form up a lot better.
Yeah.
And things are really coming together for the league with their new additions and everything else. Sure, there's some road bumps and everything else, but keep looking forward. So look for an exciting third period. Can I just call you now John Overtime Ott?
Hey, if that's what happens, I'm not going to have any nails left.
Yeah, I'm not hoping for OT. Not today.
We had that one game there. What was the 3-2 game, the first game in Waterford?
Yes.
That was scored how many minutes into the overtime?
5. So generally when you get an OT, you usually end it very quickly or it's a marathon. That's usually the way that it goes. So who knows? Big boy, I can tell you honestly, it's a very nice venue. There's a heck of a lot of different seats. The crowd's really into it. And I will give James Rearcy a lot of credit because I don't know if I made this joke and you guys maybe didn't hear it on the air. I had my fiance with me for the first time on the weekend side through the playoff game, and she couldn't even sit next to me because the Shadow fans took over the Lakeland building. So they had a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah, I did hear you on that one, and then I was able to witness it last weekend where there were a lot of Shadow fans surrounding around you.
So we're looking forward to this third period, John. Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.
And we'll see what the outcome is here as we get into the third period. Shadow coming on the ice, Sharks getting on the ice here. We'll switch ends here for the last 20 minutes or more. We'll find out. 4-3, Shadow over the Sharks. Should be an exciting 20 minutes. Keep tuned on here. If you're watching on YouTube or our channel, Go Live Sportscast on the Roku or the website Go Live Sportscast, TCL International. Also Stream Mix and NBT on your Roku box. So we're set to go here in the third period.
You excited, Frank?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Now, folks, when I say Pelusia's at the buffet, it's not that he's a huge guy or anything. he's eating good, scoring goals. That's what my translation was for that one.
No, he's in the right spot. He's right around that net every time, and he's just got such good hands that you can't. Somebody's got to keep an eye on him, and the Shadow haven't done that as they haven't cleared the guys, the Sharks that are standing in front of their goaltender. They're not clearing them out of there. And again, maybe that's because they're trying to be cautious and not take a stupid penalty, cross check, or anything like that.
Carlisle taking the face off against Gaggs. Gaggs now with the puck will feed it over. Blocked by Pelusia as that one's tried to be cleared out by Baker. Baker couldn't keep that one in. Quick shot on Sommerfeld. They'll gobble that one up at the 9:44 mark here of the third period.
16 and 61 again right there, making things happen on a steal and a shot on net.
Face off down in the Shadow end. This one's feathered out of the zone. Sharks will retreat to get this puck. Picked up by Goatee. Goatee tried to feather that one over, taken again by the Shadow as Baker will send that one. A quick move by Gagnon. Gagnon tried to perform some magic down there. That's not going to happen. Icing against the Sharks. Sharks bench is not too happy about that one.
Yeah, it looked like the Shadow
The referee
slowed down just a bit.
Referee was giving the Shark bench the Mutombo.
Yeah,
No.
Michael Perry there and Baker looking at each other like, I'm not skating hard. You're going to skate hard now. We'll let it roll for icing. Make it look good.
So I think the Sharks had 6 or 7 players learning that trick from the Shadow. Here's a face-off. This one's cleared and taken by the Sharks. Donaldson, he lost control of it. Dumped back down into the Sharks' end, wrapped along the boards. Pinched in, but taken by the Sharks. Sharks will try to feather this one up. They do, down into Minnie. Minnie trying to get a stick on that one. Here come the Shadow the other way. Minnie looking to cut inside. Minnie does cut inside. Nobody there. Backhander.
Oh.
Trying to find it.
It's still loose.
He
Kicked it in.
Oh, that puck had 3 or 4 shots.
Moroso.
Moroso, the Diamond Man, gets that one. 3 or 4 shots on Gwillem. Moroso.
Moroso, I think Minnie might get an assist on that one.
The play developed by Minnie bringing that puck down, went to the outside, tried to cut to the inside, took an offset backhander, loose puck out in front, couple jabs at that, and finally Moroso got that one high and in the net, stretched that lead to 5-3, and the Shadow have the lead here at the 18:36 mark of the third period.
That's a big goal right there to start things off, and exactly what John had just mentioned. The first few minutes or first 5 minutes of this period are huge.
Here's a little 3-on-3. That one's whisked over the glass, onto the glass. Finally cleared out, but not out. The Sharks keep it in. Quick wrister there, blocked in front of the net. As Gibbs took that shot for the Sharks. This one's back to Gibbs again. This is the other Gibbs. Dumped over the blue line. Josh Hill trying to bring that puck. No call there. Sharks looking for a call, kept in. Gibbs takes a shot. That was Joe Gibbs. Coming back the other way. Hip check on for Micah. No problem to him. This one's whisked along the boards, kept in. Little traffic out in front, little weak shot on Gwillem. He'll gather that one up.
Not a real dangerous shot by Rowell right there, but just enough to throw it at the net, make them stop play, and take another faceoff down in their zone.
17:40 left to go here early in the third period. 5-3 Shadow over the Sharks. Glentworth taking that. Glentworth at about 7'5", taking a faceoff. Sharks bring this. They break the Shadow zone, wrapped all the way to Sommerfeld. Wraps that one along the glass, kept in by the Sharks. Quick shot on Sommerfeld. He kicked that one away. Helgamo gets that one around. This one's cleared out of the zone. Just couldn't handle that one was Goatee. Dumped back down into the Shadow end. Shadow will whisk this along the boards. Trying to clear that out. Goatee keeps it in as they keep rotating that around. Helgamo, here's a shot on net. Good defensive play there. Looks like that was Baker.
Oh, big pad save.
Here we go the other way. Gagnon, looking to cut in. Oh, big save there by Gwillem. Flying Frenchman couldn't get no sauce on that one.
I don't think he got all of it.
Here's Gagnon again. Gagnon trying to throw that one out front. Broken up by the Sharks. Little 2-on-2, breaking out 3-on-2. Pelusia looking to cherry pick in front of the net. This one's thrown out in front. Directed into the corner. Carlisle will throw this one out front. Right inside the blue line. Pfeiffer does a pair.
Oh!
He scores! Carlisle. So Carlisle just kept on working.
Sharks get an answer.
We're back to 4 5-4, a 1-goal lead here for the Shadow. 16-14 left to go in the third period. Chalk that one up for Carlisle.
No quit in this Sharks team. They fall behind 2 again and just bounce right back with a goal.
So he takes the face off Carlisle, the goal scorer, and suddenly we got a 1-goal game again. This one's poked over the glass into the netting.
Got to remember that save Gwillem made on Gags again on a breakaway, and he came up big again. And how many times is he going to have to make that save? And the Shadow, how many times are they going to keep giving up that 2-goal lead?
Face off outside the Shadow blue line. Sharks play this one back. Good hustle by the Shadow to break it up. Sharks have a 3-on-3 developing. Helgamo throws that into the corner. Good possession on the far side boards. Cleared back. Taken by Gibbs. Gibbs will gather that one up. Helgamo, that pass went too far for him. Good move there. They clear the zone. Here come the Shadow. Quick shot on Gwillem. Gwillem gets a piece of that one, steers that one off to the side. Michael Perry will gather that one up. Over to Rowell. Here's Kuhn. Kuhn takes a quick shot. Juicy rebound out there. Nobody could get to it. Sharks coming back the other way, 2-on-2. Quick shot on Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld got the stick on that one. That one went off into the corner. Played inside the blue line. Gibbs. Quick shot out in front. Tried to jam that one in. Sommerfeld on the ice. Got a piece of that one. Here we go. It looked like we were going to go off to the races. That one just in time got onside. Sharks get that puck back.
Sommerfeld with 2 big saves down there.
Shadow will slow things down here a bit, set things up. Puck is deflected along the right in front of the Shadow bench. Cleared out, but just over the blue line, taken by the Sharks again, Scullin. This one's played over for Micah. Bouncing around like a pinball. Cleared out and dumped back into the Sharks' Shadow end.
Oh, a high stick.
Still not cleared out. Finally it is. Nobody can find the puck as Giuliano didn't know that one went over his head. There's one dumped down into the corner behind Sommerfeld. Blew a tire temporarily. Got to fix a flat on that one. Here they come with the puck, trying to move it up. Played back as the Sharks rotate this one up. Gino Mini. Mini just backhands it up to Ryersay. Ryersay gets that one forward. He takes a hit. This one's down in the corner, cleared out of the Shark end. Mini gets this one over. Joe Gibbs steals this one in the Shark end. Dump back down into the Sharks end. Over to Spencer Bowman. Spencer Bowman can't find the handle on that one. Gagnon tried to get a stick on it. Baker goes back, and that's an icing against the Sharks.
Yeah, Ryersay Cherwalk with a hit right in front of the Sharks bench on Captain James there.
13:04 left to go here in the third. We got a game here, folks. Double Z will take the face-off for the Shadow. This one's played back, wrapped around the back of the net. Here's an opportunity for Cody Oakes. Cody Oakes waited too long on that one. He couldn't get a shot off there. Coming back the other way, Baker dumps this down into the Sharks' end. Double Z looking to line somebody up. This one's broken up again. Now, Helgamo. He gets robbed of that puck. Cody Oakes on the right with his buddy Gags. Cody Oakes! He scores! Cody Oakes with the backhand. Cody Oaks. Hair blown in the wind again.
I don't think Dalton Jay's going to get an assist there, but he tied up Gwillem, and I think he might have had a stick on the ice, and Gwillem just couldn't react.
Cody Oaks does it again. Pulls out his magic wand, and the lead is 2 goals again.
How many times are they going to get that 2-goal lead, and can the Sharks answer once again?
So Cody Oaks.
Oh.
Thought that was Dalton Jay down there with him, running a little bit of interference there on that backhander by Cody Oaks. Here come the Sharks the other way. They break the zone. Carlisle taking an off-angle shot on Sommerfeld. Gibbs is going to try to get it around the back of the net. Taken by the Shadow, but not out. Kept in at the point. They try to pinch in Donaldson. Donaldson again with a shot in the slot. Pelusia will rotate that one around. Carlisle just hold on to that puck. They keep on fussing on that puck. Rebounds loose. And finally Sommerfeld just jumps on that one and says, no, no, no.
Donaldson making things happen. Falling down right there, still got off a quality chance. And Sommerfeld too tall and standing his ground to make that save.
Just looked like the Shadow players' defense were a bit tired on that shift.
Yeah, that's when it happens. They get kind of tired or whatever, and they start standing around watching, and they're leaving guys right out in front of Sommerfeld. They got to do a better job clearing them out of there.
Face off to the right of Sommerfeld. Ooh, dangerous play right out in front of the net. Still trying to get that out of the zone. They don't get it out of the zone. This one's cleared back.
Minnie having a tough time right there.
Here we go. Little 2-on-2 action. Quick shot on Gwillem. Gwillem just snapped that in the glove and said, I'll hold on to that one. 11-10 left to go here in the third period. Temporary, right now, a 2-goal lead for the Shadow.
Big number 25 on the left wing out there for the Shadow. Look out here. I think this is first shift this period. You know what he wants to do, Frank?
Ryerson took that face off. That wasn't played back. Thrown in the right at center ice. Minnie will dump that back in the Sharks' end. Quickly, the Sharks get it out. They'll route it over to Kemple. Kemple can't keep control of that one. This one's kept in. Little hack and whack and to take that by both teams. They get onside, dump that in, and taken by Captain James. Ryerson will back into the corner. They'll just launch that one. Gaggs gets a stick on that one.
He had to make that save.
That one, Gaggs got you heard it go right off a stick and deflect it right to Gwillem. Gwillem had to throw the glove up for that one.
Not an easy play right there. He actually had to come up and make a save. Keppel was looking for a slash on that last rush down there on somebody in the Shadow, but I think that was just a good defensive play.
Gagnon taking the face off here at the 10:28 mark. Here they come back the other way. Groth will carry this one for the Sharks. Groth will dump and chase here. That one's overskated over on the far side as Donaldson tried to find the handle on that one.
There goes the hair.
Cody Oaks says,
oh.
Cody Oaks is looking right there.
He's confused. That he got there before Groth did. Two speedsters. That was fun to watch. But I'm not sure why they're icing when Oaks got there.
Cody Oaks.
He's asking the fans. What'd you two see? Yeah, we agree with you. You got there.
Cody Oaks just put on 2 afterburners. Looked like he got his hand jammed a bit there. Hopefully he'll be all right.
Him and Groth flying down the ice.
Referees.
Oh, they're trying to. The Sharks say, hey, Cody Oak's got to go back out there. He can't change on the icing. He's tired. I guess that's no excuse. You got to go back out there. I think he went down the tunnel. Actually, they're looking back that way. I think he might have. You said he injured that wrist, so they're going to let him stay out because he's injured.
Wrist or hand.
Or maybe it was an appropriate, just a injury.
Kept
just for
in.
A
Here's a quick shot by Joe Gibbs behind the net. Who's there is Pelusia. He loses control and suddenly kept in again by the Sharks. That one's played out, so the Sharks going to have to retreat as Donaldson just flings that back down to the shadow end. Moving that puck forward is Giuliano. Giuliano tried to get that over to Dalton J. Dalton J. couldn't hold on to that one. Carlisle fishes that one up. Donaldson tried to get a stick on that one, moved it forward. Gibbs again with the puck. Joe Gibbs will skate back a bit, circle back again. Throw that one up front. Here comes Pelusia. Pelusia locks him up, gets pushed off that puck. Good defensive play there.
Great defensive play, just using the body so he couldn't go around him.
Here's an opportunity around the back of the net. Oh, couldn't find the stick on that one to get it on the puck. So Gino Mini will.
Moroso and Fraser working it.
Here comes Fraser trying to get back into the center of the ice. This one's kept in the pinch in and shot from the.
Oh, we got a trip. I think we got an accidental trip, but they're going to call it. Dalton J got his stick down, and Groff tripped right over it. He's got a little smile, a smirk on his face, like, yeah, you tripped me. Oh, it's Fraser getting the penalty.
So Fraser's going to go off for 2 minutes. Fans don't like it here at Big Boy Arena. A late 2-minute penalty. Got to call them whether they're intentional or accidental.
Yeah, I think stick was in there, but I didn't get a real good look at it.
Fans are fired up here. You can.
Oh, they're letting them have it down there. I think the problem was the ref down here looking right at it didn't call it. It was the other guy at the other end of the ice down in the shadow zone that called the penalty.
So what do we got?
Oh,
we
they're
got
calling
two
two of them. Yeah, I said Dalton J went to pick up his stick, but Vermeesh is heading to the box.
I don't know how they got. Trying to think where there's 2 penalties.
Oh, I think Vermeesh is trying to serve it for Jay, trying to take one for the team. He tried. This is a huge 5-on-3 right here. But
so we need some clarification here on what the 2 penalties were.
I think
you
Dalton
saw the
J
initial
got the trip
one
for sure.
Okay.
I don't know about Fraser. Let's see if we can hear overhead what we got here, but your guess is as good as mine. 2 minutes for something. But these Shadow fans are letting them have it.
Weird how you get 2 penalties at once, but that's the calls here.
Unsportsmanlike conduct for Fraser, apparently.
So they'll be on the power play, 5-on-3. Here for about 1:50. Looking to stuff that one in. They score. Well, they kept rotating that puck around, and Josh Hill scored it.
Yeah, Josh Hill, right? Perfect passing, way to work that puck around, and too easy.
So that'll bring one player out, not both of them. Still, we'll have to get some information on this second penalty.
Yeah, it was unsportsmanlike conduct. That's what they called Fraser for. He must have said something to the ref about that call, and they didn't like it. So now they still got to kill off this other penalty.
Fraser doing your mama jokes.
Apparently, he said something the ref didn't like. Told me he doesn't look good in stripes, or maybe he told him he does look good in stripes.
So it's 5-on-4 for a minute 42 or less. Sharks back on the power play here as Groth will head this one out. Get it over to Carlisle. Played back to the inside the blue line. Shot on. Gobbled up. That shot by Groth as Sommerfeld will gobble that one up. 8:03 mark right now. 6-5 Shadow over the Sharks. This one's kept in. They'll rotate that puck. Pelusia couldn't get a stick on it for the Sharks. Scrum right along the boards. Taken now by the Shadows. They'll clear it out of their zone. Baker.
Yeah, Shadow really got to kill this off. It'd be disappointing if they didn't. They had, in my opinion, 6-4 lead, complete control of this third period right here in this game in hand. And when you go down two guys and give this Sharks team another opportunity with two-man advantage, it was too easy. Just tic-tac-toe passing, and they capitalized. But they got to find a way right here. Frank, they got to kill it off.
So 5-on-4, Sharks in the power play for a minute left here on this power play. They'll make another run. Gibbs will forward that puck up. Cherwalk dumps that around the back of the boards.
Got to watch that backside. He's all alone.
Still behind the net. This one's played up. Gibbs keeps it in. Gibbs will rotate it around. Looking for a shot there. That one's blocked off into the corner off of somebody's skate. Not kept in by Joe Gibbs. Gibbs going to have to retreat, trying to push that puck forward. 24 seconds left in the power play. Josh Hill will gather this one up. He'll try to gather it up. He'll have to rotate back. Dalton Jay giving him chase here. Here comes Joe Gibbs. Joe Gibbs clears the blue line. 8 seconds left in the power play. Carlisle gives chase. Minnie's there. This one's rotated out front. Back to full strength. This one's shot on Sommerfeld.
That handcuffed him. He wasn't sure he had that one. Bobbled it a little bit, but right in the Shadow logo.
Nobody in front of Sommerfeld, and that one's gobbled up by him. Face-off will be to the left of Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld looking to hold off the Shark attack here late in the third period. Still a lot of time, 6:34, 5 left in the third period. There's a shot by Donaldson that's blocked off into the corner. Here we go the other way. 3-on-1, Giuliano trying to get that one over. Big collision in the net.
And that's off again. I think Minnie got checked into the net, and we might have a Sharks penalty, or are we going to have a Shadow penalty? Or is he just going to get the puck? Now I don't know. They're just bringing the face-off outside.
That wasn't Giuliano. Check that.
I think that was Joel Frazee on that rush right there.
Frazee that was flying up there.
Trying to make up for that unsportsmanlike penalty.
So we'll take it from there as Moruso out there with Frazee trying to add one here. Good play there. Trying to get a hold of that puck. Pelusia right in front.
Oh, there's going to be a penalty there on Arnott. Arnott checked him hard. And the Shadow again going to go shorthanded.
Big collision right there in front of the net. The net went flying. Puck was loose.
Yeah, I said they got to clear out in front of the net, but I didn't say take a penalty. but
You forgot to add that in the,
I know,
in the contract.
I mean, Arnott was doing what he needed to do to get him out in front of the net, but I think he's going to get 2 for that. I mean, the ref absolutely had his arm up in the air, but I don't see him.
So we don't know if it's going to be 2, 4.
I mean, he definitely had his arm up in the air, but I see Arnott went to the bench, so maybe he's trying to hide. I would.
Right now they're over there talking this out. Captains are over there. Actually, Ryerson and Goatee.
Hey, maybe they'll call goalie interference and just
Goatee
offset
is
him. I don't know.
an assist captain. So we'll keep discussing things over there. 6:01 left to go here in the third. 6-5 Shadow. Things are definitely getting interesting here.
Oh, Dalton, number 6 is up there. MIHL. MIHL didn't do anything. I don't think he was even out there. 5 minutes. That's not good if it's a 5-minute penalty on the Shadow. Yep, Arnott's heading over to the box now. I think he's getting a 5-minute cross check. That hurts. I don't know. 5-minute cross check. I think it's
so number 8 gets that one.
Yeah, or not, but I think you got to. If you're just going to call roughing, he just cleared him out in front of the net.
So it'll be a 5-minute power play for the Sharks here, down 6-5. Immediately that puck's cleared back down to Gwillem.
Well, if the Shadow can kill this off, you're looking at 1 minute to go in the period. If they can kill off the whole 5 minutes, Frank, and they're going to be tired, but they got to find a way. Dig deep here.
Zone. Sharks break the zone. They get the puck. Rotated to the left side. Quick shot on Sommerfeld just to the outside of Sommerfeld. Not played out.
Oh, they wanted it, but they didn't get it.
Still rotating that puck around, cycling it are the Sharks here. Plenty of time to work that puck around as they do. Groth out in front. Pelusia looking for some garbage again. This one's cleared over to the side. Josh Hill will gather that one up. Shot on Sommerfeld.
Everybody's on pins
4
and
minutes
needles.
left in this power play. Letting them walk right in. Carlisle just tees one up, and that one's played off to the side. Still keeping that puck and rotating it around. Scullin. Here's another shot. Sommerfeld, you heard it hit his pads there. Carlisle.
No.
Trying to keep it in as they do keep it in. Rotating that
Good
puck
play,
around
Moroso.
Josh Hill.
Nice play, Moroso.
Dalton Jay couldn't keep the handle on that one. Sharks rotate it back in. Still keeping it around. Helgamo. This one's out in front. Finally, Sommerfeld jumps on it.
All right. Killed a couple of minutes almost.
3:22 left to go in the power play, or less. As it just looks like a lot of players are very tired out there on the ice late here in the third period. Puck is dropped and rotated around the back of the boards all the way down to Gwillem. Gwillem will slow that thing down. Joe Gibbs will give it over to Helgamo. Helgamo back over to Gibbs. Gibbs breaks the blue line. He'll throw it behind the net, trying to get that one out in front. Taken by the Shadow and cleared out. Giuliano will give chase. Gwillem will slow it down and move it forward. He moves it up to Cherwalk. Cherwalk gets it over to Bowman. Bowman rotates into the middle, takes a shot. That's blocked off into the corner. Still moving it around. Back to the inside the blue line as Groth. He tees this one up.
Fraser is hurt.
Took a shot there, and they keep rotating this puck along. This one shot out in front.
There it is. Baker cleaning house in front. That's what they got to do.
Some big bodies out in front of Sommerfeld. 2:20 left to go in the power play. To Paul Arnott is face-off won by the Sharks. They keep the puck right along the blue line. Rotated around as Scullin. Back to Scullin. Scullin can't control that one. Here's an opportunity right now. 2-on. He scores!
There it is!
A shorty!
Oh, no goal! They're calling no goal! Ref is waving it off. No goal for some reason. They're calling another penalty.
I'm trying to figure this out. What happened that one?
I don't know what the call was behind the play, but the ref immediately blew the whistle and said no goal from the other end of the ice. I don't know if they had too many men out there, the shadow possibly. I have no idea what just happened, Frank. All I know is I was excited because you were excited they scored, and I hear a whistle down at the other end of the ice, waving it off. And now we got a 5-on-3.
We're back in this situation here, so 3:06 left in the game. That penalty box is getting crowded.
Oh. 3 minutes to go in this game, and it's coming down to a 5-on-3 on a 1-goal game. Do they want this to go to OT?
This one shot down to Gwillem. Gwillem will gather this one up.
2 minutes, boys. Kill it off.
So both the penalties still about 150 and 140 left in them. Locked up right there. Kept along by Scullin. Scullin will keep it inside the blue line. Asking for it is
Good
Josh
block.
Hill. There's a hack a whack at it. Josh Hill trying to get a
There you go,
hold
Gags.
of that one.
There you go, Gags.
This one's not cleared out. Kept in. Open lane right there, trying to one-time it. That one's all the way over to the other side. Still have an opportunity right here, looking to stuff that one, and they do. So Josh Hill gets his second one. We got a tie game.
Wow.
So we'll see if it takes off one penalty or both.
I think they're only going to get one guy back out.
We got a 6-6 game here. So 6-6. One of those power plays has to come off.
We're going to still have another minute to go. That looked like the last 5-on-3 where Josh Hill just got set up and it was too easy.
So we'll have a face-off right there. 2:12 left. Clock is not moving for some reason.
Oh, he knocked him down. We're going to call another penalty. I think it was offsides.
Clock never started on that.
Yeah, that's the Shadow need that clock to start. They need to kill this off.
Probably play was only about 5 seconds, but The Shadow need as much time, as you said, taken off this clock in order to. So they are taking about 4 seconds, that was.
The fans letting them have it.
People are getting a bit excited here. Hopefully there's a defibrillator machine on the side in case it's needed here.
I think it's time for me to say it, Frank. Next goal is a huge goal. This next goal is ridiculously huge.
Here come the Sharks. Groth breaks the blue line. He gets checked. Taken by, but not cleared out. Finally, still not cleared out. Kept in there by Josh Hill.
Look out here.
Opportunity again. Pelusia right out in front there. Couldn't find the puck, and he gets thrown down to the ice. Minute 36 left, 35 seconds left in the power play.
They have the Sharks have had about 6 or 7 power plays to the Shadow 1. And 2 5-on-3s. That's the difference in the game right there.
So we got a timeout right near here. I'm not sure which team called for their timeout.
The fans still letting the refs hear it as one of them goes over to clean off his head again.
Time to use the do-rag again. 72 Double Z just ran off into the locker room. So we're down to 35 seconds left in the power play to Arnott. Minute 36 left in the game. Talk about some exciting hockey. We have it here tonight at Big Boy Arena in Fraser, Michigan. I'm Frank Mazzal along with Gary Prezwara right here on Go Live Sportscast.
Couldn't ask for a closer game, huh?
Right. So the Sharks throw out all their horses.
Well rested, both sides, ready to go.
We'll see who takes his face-off. Giuliano taking the face-off for the Shadow against Josh Hill. This one's kept in. Rotated along the board, Scullin.
Big stop.
That one's thrown on Sommerfeld. 29 seconds left in the power play.
Carlisle throwing it right at the goaltender, and Pelusia right in front setting a screen, and I don't think he saw it. It hit him.
We'll do the face-off again in the same circle. Giuliano trying to find a handle on that puck. This one's not cleared out. One-timer, that one's a hummer past Sommerfeld. Still kept in by the Sharks. 15 seconds left. This one's feathered out in front. Sommerfeld looking to just got a piece of that one and move that puck over to the side, and somehow that net just keeps coming off.
13 seconds to kill off here, and watch as he comes out of the box. Shadow may look to try to have him sneak out right out of the box. Sharks got to be careful here and pay attention to that.
So Paul Arnott looking to, he's chomping at the bit over there, ready to go out. Here we go down the middle. Nobody can catch up to that but Shark players. This one's fed back. Groth tried to get that one out. Back to full strength, a big hit there. Gino Mini.
Well, they killed it off.
Gino Mini just ran into Carlisle.
And Carlisle keeping his cool, though. He didn't retaliate, didn't do anything to hurt his team right there, and that's what you got to do at this situation of the game.
Players all over the ice. This one's loose. Quick shot there, deflected before it got to Sommerfeld. Players tangled up.
They got it. They're going to call one here.
I didn't see the call yet.
The Shadows getting a call right here. The Sharks got caught. Cherwalk got caught hitting, I think, Kuhn while he was down.
I seen that little scrum there.
He punched him when he was down on the ice. Same thing, similar to what happened at the other end earlier in the game where they didn't get a call.
So let's see who goes to the sin bin here, the short bench.
I think that's Brendan Cherwalk.
Number 14.
Yeah, he had Kuhn. Kuhn was on the ice, and he took an extra stab at him while he was down.
So we got two players going off.
in, too.
Two Sharks in the short bench.
Oh, and we got somebody in for the Shadow. I think that was along the other, right in front of the penalty box. There was another little altercation going on, probably offsetting.
Double infractions over there. 43.5 seconds left here in the third period.
I don't know if we're going to have a 5-on-4 or 4-on-3.
Shadow will go on the power play for the remaining time in this game.
I think a 4-on-3 would be beneficial to the Shadow here, more space out there. But we'll see if what the other call is. I don't know if there was a timeout called by the Shadow this time or if the refs are still trying to figure out what they're doing.
So we have offsetting penalties and
So got 5-on-4.
Shadow come out with Jay, Fraser, Milam, Baker, Gags. Gags will take the face-off here.
Probably trying to get this to Milam for that one-timer from that point, that big, heavy shot. That's what the Shadow want to do, I'm sure.
So they'll redo the face-off here. Gags asking for more time on the clock. This one's played down in the corner. A little scrum along the boards kept in.
There's Milam.
Milam looking to make some space here. Jay, back to Milam. Milam one times it.
Oh, what a
that
stop.
One's whisked off into the corner. 20 seconds left here in the third period. Out in front, quick shot on Gwillem just to the outside there. They keep possession of it. Quick shot there. Oh, rebound shot. That one went off to the side.
That's going to do it.
One's cleared all the way down to Sommerfeld. This one will carry over in the overtime. So there you have it, 6-6. We move into overtime here.
Couldn't ask for a closer game here, going to OT.
Now's your time to say it. Go ahead.
It is absolutely 100% sure the next goal is the biggest, most important goal. 100% sure of it.
So both teams will go off the ice as the Zamboni's looking to come on here and resurface it. We'll take a break here on Go Live Sportscast. We're moving into overtime. Sharks 6, Shadow 6. Be back in a bit. Back here on Go Live Sportscast, I'm Frank Mazzella along with Gary Prezwora. Gary, what's your picks in overtime? We're going to pick a scorer. So John Otter's already picked his scoring for each team. He's got Carlisle for the Sharks, and he picked a dark horse, Dalton J for the Shadow. I've got Pelusia for the Sharks and Gagnon for the Shadow. What do you got?
So I got to be different than everybody, okay? So I'm going to go with the hot hand for the Sharks right now, Josh Hill, scoring those last 2 goals. And I'm going to go with Moroso for the game winner.
The Diamond Man.
I'm going to go with Moroso for the game winner.
All right, we all made our picks. No double up there. Dalton J's a dark horse, but I like it, you know.
I can guarantee there's only going to be 1 goal scorer, though, before this game ends.
You're like a Swami.
That's why you have me here, because you know that obvious information I can provide.
You're never wrong with that.
No.
Perfect information.
Yeah. Well, the guy who scores it, somebody's going to be right, and then it'll be the game winner. See?
Things got so hairy there that John Ott couldn't even remember who scored the last goals for the Sharks to tie it up.
Yeah, Josh Hill with those last 2, just on both 5-on-3s and just coming through. And again, the Shadow, I felt like they had this game in control until those couple of bad penalties right there that cost them, and then they had one taken off the board on that breakaway.
So let's go over the scores for today so far. Pelusia 2 by Josh Hill, Carlisle, and the other goal is we have 6 goals for the Sharks.
Scullin.
Joe Scullin. They call him Scully. Wears a Scully cap. And in our Shadow here, the Oaks, Moroso, Dalton J, Milan, Double Z.
Yeah, and Dalton J had a couple goals.
Yep. Deuce for Dalton J. He's looking for Dalton J to get a hat trick.
The refs just got back on the ice, Frank, and the crowd is welcoming them with a big chorus of boos.
Both teams now getting back on the ice here as they switch ends here for the overtime period.
Both teams with the just because they switch sides here in overtime, both teams with a little bit of a disadvantage on those changes. The defensemen have that longer change now to get back both sides, so there's no advantage to either team, but it is a disadvantage for the defense who has to make that long change. It's a long way to change to get back on your side.
A little tangible advice there, that breaking it down the hockey there, probably an extra 20 feet, would you say?
It's an extra little 20 feet, and it makes a big difference, especially when you're trying to make that change at the perfect time. And if you change at the wrong time, and there's any kind of deflection or a steal, look out. There's going to be a breakaway.
So, no matter how this game ends, it's been a great game, a great season. Either one of these teams would represent the championship series great, so
both teams well-deserving, yeah. They both played extremely hard and all season long. Two of the better teams.
So here we go, about to start overtime. Still 1:17 left in the power play for the Shadow. Double Z will take the face-off right at center ice.
Got some orange French horns in front of us blowing as the Sharks fans are getting into it.
This one's dumped all the way down to Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld whisks that aside. So they'll set things up here. Baker will feather past that one over to. This one's cleared in the zone. Down the Sharks' end. They'll start setting things up to Shadow. Inside the blue line. Milam waiting to get that puck back. This one's cleared out of the zone. They're going to have to get back onside here. This one's all the way down to Sommerfeld. 40 seconds left in the power play for the Shadow. They'll work that one up. Whisk this along the boards, right on the fresh ice. Kept in there, behind the net. Looking to rotate this one around. Baker over inside the blue line. This one's Baker trying to get his stick on it, couldn't control it. This one's whisked across the front, kept in by them. 15 seconds left. Broken up by the Sharks. Sharks will heave that one down the ice.
I think that'll do it for that penalty. So now we're going to be 5 aside. Which team can keep their cool here? And
so both teams back at full strength. Gagnon tipped that one in. This will be an icing against the.
Saw Cody Oakes back on the ice. That's good to see. So his wrist must be okay.
18:37 left to go here in the overtime period, or less, if somebody scores. Over on the far side boards. This one's fished out to Giuliano. Giuliano over to Oakes. Oakes looking to put the burners on. He gets tied up along the side. Here they come the other way. Little one-on-one. This one's whisked down into the shadow end. Paul Arnott giving chase to it. Quickly, Giuliano trying to get a handle on that one. This one's broken up. Kept in by the Shadow. Shadow trying to get to that puck. This one's thrown back down behind Sommerfeld.
No icing.
Icing is waved off there. Sommerfeld wanted an icing there. That one's whisked over to Sommerfeld. He'll steer that over to the side. Shadow having a hard time trying to clear that one out. Right around the stuff of it. Wrap around there.
Whew.
Scully trying to end this game here at the 17:42 mark here of overtime. Joe Skellen.
Sommerfeld had to be strong on the post there to keep that one out. Just getting his glove down, and
Scully looking to end it. So we'll have the face-off just to the left of Sommerfeld. Cleared out. Carlisle will take that face-off for the Sharks. Pelusia gets a stick on it. Can't keep control of it. Some sloppy play in the neutral zone. Here come the Sharks. Sharks coming back. Donaldson down in the corner. Donaldson goes behind the net, throws that one out front. Gets hit in the face, goes on the ice. No hands up yet. Except for the, here we go.
Oh, Dalton J.
Dalton J looking to get one there. This one's kept in by the Shadow outside in front of the net. Ryerson. Sharks clear this along the glass. Over to Minnie. Gino Minnie waiting for players to get onside. They do. This one's dumped behind Gwillem. Along the boards. Back out in front. Here's a chance for Oakes. Cody Oakes looking to move a few times. Oh, backhander that's deflected off of somebody. Over to the side. Kept in. Gino Minnie winds up. Another quick shot.
Oh.
Scullen gets a piece of that one. Coming back the other way. Sharks. Good defensive move there.
Sharks fan want a penalty, but they're not getting it. They will get the icing, but they're not getting a penalty on Minnie. They wanted a trip.
Good defensive stand-up play there by Minnie. 16-19 here in the overtime. Tied game 6-6. Sharks give chase. Gino Minnie splits a couple of Shark defenders and dumps that in there. No call there.
Minnie trying to get an interference call.
Joe Gibbs will bring this puck up. Quick outlet pass here.
I think it's going to have to be pretty egregious for these refs to blow a whistle here in overtime. Pretty obvious if they're going to call something.
Spencer Bowman chasing down the Gagnon right there, and we've got an offsides call.
They understand. These refs understand what's at stake, and like I said, it's going to have to be pretty egregious and pretty obvious for them to make a call. A breakaway, a trip or slash or something like that, then they might have to, but
So here we go. Face off just outside the blue line. Scullin taking it for the Sharks. This one's played back. Cleared out in front of the net. Oh, that puck was
Careful
loose there.
here, right up the middle.
Sharks coming back quickly the other way. Clear it out of the zone. Rowell trying to get a stick on that one. They do. Here they come with the puck. A little 2-on-1 opportunity if they can get that puck over.
Oh my gosh, he saved it. I don't know how, but he saved it, Frank.
No action there by the refs yet.
Rowell had a stick on it, and he was heading into the net. Gwillem stuck the pad out there and made a heck of a save.
So Gwillem makes a huge save there, keeping it 6-6 here at the 15-13 mark of overtime.
What a play by Giuliano right there, the veteran. Up along the boards, made a nice move around the defenseman, and Dalton Jay was right there to tap it in, and somehow, some way, Gwillem made another big save.
Face off to the left of Gwillem. Ryerson takes that face off. They give chase. The loose puck out in front. Nobody can find a handle on it. A lot of bobbing and weaving there and overskating the puck. Paluja tries to get that puck. Helgema got a stick on that one.
That's an ice.
Helgemo took one shot there that was blocked. So an icing against the Shadow. We'll do it again down at the Shadow end to the left of Sommerfeld, Bryn Sommerfeld. Now they'll put it to the right of Sommerfeld. Carlisle will take the face-off for the Sharks. Gagnon will take it for the Shadow. Played along the boards. Not out yet. Kept in by them. Played out of the zone, and the Sharks will take possession and rotate that puck around Gibbs. Still playing it back. This one's pitched forward right at the blue line. Nothing happening there as just overskated the puck. A late.
I think the net's off again. No penalty, just the net came off.
Looks
Accidentally bumped into it. His left leg accidentally bumped into it.
Well, we got two different circles they want to have a face-off in.
Yeah.
So we'll switch sides and go to the right of Gwillem.
There's my guy, Moroso, on the face-off. Here we go. Oh, no, Gags is going to take Moroso out there, though.
Gagg's going to take this face-off, play it back to Cody Oakes. Quick shot out front there, still loose. Trying to get this back to Oakes.
Ooh.
This one's wrapped along the boards. We'll cycle it behind the net. Cody Oakes will go in there. Oakes will work it along the back. Back inside the blue line. Not out yet. Quick shot. Still puck is loose. Baker's got an opportunity right here.
Oh, what a save.
They'll keep possession of Shadow. Rotate this puck over to Oakes. Cody Oakes will take a shot.
Oh, it came off again. Gags with an opportunity, and somehow the left leg hit that post again.
So we'll do a face-off to the left of Gwillem here.
Willem's just trying to play everything. He's just trying to cut everything off, so he's getting over there as quick as he can. Nothing intentional, but I got to have some fun with it. He's just sliding across to that left post. He doesn't want to give him any little corner or any crease on that left post. He moves so well in that crease.
Quick shot off the face-off, loose puck behind him. That one.
Now the right side. Fans are getting antsy.
Off angle shot behind the net, looking for a deflection off of Gwillem's back.
Maybe those little metal moorings are not holding it in real well. That's what the problem is.
I think they're just worn out.
Yeah, that could be. The ice is chopped up. We're in our fourth period now.
50 years of playing here at Big Boy Arena.
No cement, though, still. That's good.
So we'll do it on the other side of Gwillem. Face off here, not cleared out. Shadow looking to rotate this puck around. Baker gets that one on net. Still loose puck out in front. Couple of shots there they couldn't capitalize on. Sharks do get the puck, but they don't control it. Baker. They'll feather it back down. Joe Gibbs will intercept that pass over to his cousin Gibbs. Here we come the other way. The Shadow looking to go on the inside. Still didn't tuck that one in. This one's whisked high all the way down. This will be an icing against the...
I'm not sure why that's not an icing.
They waved the icing off up to Kuhn.
Clearly played it down the ice, so nobody.
Kuhn breaks it.
Here we go.
Dalton J. Loose rebound out in front. Still couldn't get that one. Still not cleared out. A lot of sloppy play right now as...
Oh, Giuliano out in front. Nobody there.
This one's cleared out of the zone. Gino Mini now trying to bring it back in. He'll whisk it along the backboards. All the way over to... Kept in by the Shadow. This one's punched back in. Joe Gibbs will get a stick on it for the Sharks. Looks like we got a hand pass. It's going down to the Shadow end.
I think we're just going to come outside here, outside the blue line.
So we'll have the face-off just outside the blue line as Gagnon gonna take the face-off here. Play it over to, they break the blue line. Give chase to this one. This one's wrapped along the boards as Carlisle tries to clear this one out.
Oh, what a stop. Gags just got robbed by the glove of Gwillem.
Gwillem just threw up that snapper.
What a save. Another save right there.
Gagnon still looking back at him.
I'll tell you what, if the Sharks win this game in overtime, MVP, in my account, is the goaltender, Gwillem. He has been huge.
This puck's along the backboards. Ryerson will cycle it back. Pushed off that puck. Ryerson tried to pinch in. Here come the Sharks. Sharks having a hard time controlling that puck, but they got it now. Coming back the other way, Carlisle. Mini locks him up. Trying to get control of that puck. Cody Oates frisks that one along the glass. High stick there. This will be played. Face-off goes down in the Sharks' end.
Both teams, I believe, have shortened up their benches a little bit. They're going with only a handful of guys. This is sudden death. Seeing a lot of the same guys rotating just a couple lines.
Face-off to the right of Gwillem. Let's do this again. 11:23 left to go in overtime. Taken by the Sharks. Joe Gibbs will gather that one up and whisk that one all the way down center ice. Spencer Bowman overskates that one, but he's got the puck. Now he'll play it back. That one couldn't get control. Gwillem tries to get a stick on that one. Opportunity right there, just couldn't get a shot off.
Careful here. Helgamo trying to get away.
Helgamo trying to get off his chain and collar there. Leash right there. Here come the Shadow again. That one thrown out in front of
So
Gwillem.
we got to be careful because Baker just pinched in there, one of the defensemen.
This one's dumped down to Gwillem. Gwillem just going to hold on to that face-off just to the left of him.
Shadow will take that. I think he wanted to play that. In the last second, he saw the mustache man, Giuliano, bearing down on him. I think Giuliano needs a plate of pasta right here and get a goal.
Pasta goal for Giuliano. Here we go again. This one's cleared out right at center ice. Minnie tried to get that over. Pelusia gives chase to that one. Dumped down into the Sharks' end again. Gibbs will gather that one up. Here comes the Sharks. Scullin. Scullin breaks to the middle. Here's a shot right on net.
Oh, jeez.
That one's just to the outside of Sommerfeld. Thrown right on net again. Pressure now by the Sharks. Check in the corner.
There's that.
As Scullin is rotating that puck. Pelusia looking to eat here again. Finally, Shadow get this puck. Rowell will dump it down.
Just to get a change.
Fresh bodies on the ice here. Sharks going to bring this out slowly. Both teams bringing some fresh bodies out here. Milam trying to swipe that puck out for the Shadow. Milam again. Dipsy doodles with the puck. Over to Cody Oakes. Cody Oakes looking to go inside out. He got stripped.
Isaac Gibbs, great defensive play. He didn't get fooled by the hair waving around side to side. Stayed right with him.
Baker had to retreat over to Milam.
Here we go, 4-on-2.
Oh, that one went to the outside. Ryerson looking for the juicy rebound. They couldn't get it. Still cleared out now by Joe Gibbs. Cody Oakes right in front of the Sharks bench. This one's cleared down. Sommerfeld will gather that one up. 8:47 left here in overtime. Ryerson. Ryerson got Gags with him. Ryerson gets pushed off the puck. This one's played along the backboards. Taken by Carlisle. Carlisle whisks this down into the Shadow end. Sommerfeld will slow that one down. This one's stolen right here. Quick shot on. That one's deflected into the corner. Dangerous pass out in front. Sharp had an opportunity to close this one off here tonight right there. Shadow trying to pinch in. Dalton J will play it back. Gino Mini looking to dump that one in. Gwillem does a double take and turns around. Still keeping that puck going. Here comes the Sharks the other way. 2-on-2 looking to cut inside. Quick shot there. Juicy rebound. Couldn't be kept in here. Played out of the zone as Groth has to get back to get that puck. A lot of bouncing and bodies all over the place. Here we go. 2-on-2. Quick shot on Sommerfeld behind him. Looking for the wraparound.
Right out in front. Sharks had an opportunity, but he couldn't find the puck.
Helgamo had a chance
the puck
there.
is still not out.
Sharks starting to buzz around the net now. Spencer Bowman goes in deep, trying to cause havoc. This one's cleared out. This one's going to go all the way down, being icing against the Shadow.
Trying to get Fraser leaking out right there, and he just missed that pass. Shadow, I feel like the Shadow have had pretty much control of this overtime until these last couple minutes right there. The Sharks were buzzing. And just those loose pucks out in front. One of these is going to bounce the right way for one of these two teams.
So this faceoff will be to the left of Sommerfeld. Josh Hill will take the faceoff for the Sharks. Played behind the net. Played up. This one's feathered in the air all the way back down to the Sharks' end. Giving chase. Goatee got that puck forward, now broken up right at center ice. Trying to feather this one down through the middle. No icing here. Wrapped around the back of the boards. Goatee taken there. Quick shot out front. Not kept in, so.
They're behind him.
Gonna good check there to get him off the puck. Down in the corners, scrum down there as both players battle it out to get that puck out, and they do.
The famous corner we can't see.
This one's played along the boards, but not out. And here come the Sharks again the other way. one-timer on Sommerfeld. He catches that one in the chest.
Groff using that speed, then taking a slap shot. Why not? Put it on net. They haven't had very many in this overtime period.
Face off to the left of Sommerfeld. Break out the smelling salts.
Gag's going down. I'm going to wave out. Cherwalk's getting waved out of there.
Carlisle takes it for Cherwalk. Shot on net, blocked out in front. Gaggs gets a piece of that one. Not cleared out
heading
yet.
Down too. Gag's got to get those blades checked. That's twice now.
This one's dumped. Sommerfeld will slow it down and wrap it around.
No.
Sommerfeld can't get a full stick on it. Looking for a wraparound there as the Shark player just couldn't control it either. Gibbs throws that one out in front. Loose puck out in front. Nobody can find it. Pelusia looking to jam one home. Here's one out in front.
Bodies flying all over.
Is that Captain James?
I think it is. He went in to grab somebody because somebody got a high stick or a puck in the face there. I'm not sure who it is that's down.
Carlisle's checking his chicklets.
Somebody else on the ice is, I don't know if that's Arnott or Milam, but.
So Gaggs is on one knee. Gonna have to restrap that net back on that's metal piping there.
I don't know if I think that was, is that Arnott that was down and got hurt, but he looks okay now.
It was Baker that was down on one knee.
Yeah. I don't know if it was the puck or a stick that caught Arnott up high, but he was holding on to his face, but he's okay.
Everybody's checking their teeth to make sure they're all there. We'll have another face-off to the left of Sommerfeld. This one's played on the near side as the Sharks give hustle of that one, keep it in. Puck's not out. Carlisle fishing around the front. Finally taken out. Here come the Shadow, 2-on-2. Gino Mini looking to split a couple of players.
Mini using that big body right there, but they got to have now Dalton Jay's back on D.
Coming the other way. That one's broken up. Carlisle trying to whisk around them. Milam making a beautiful defensive play. Baker takes a swipe there, and Gibbs gets the puck for the Sharks. This one's forwarded up. Coming back the other way. Quick shot on Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld can't find it. That one's cleared out.
Too close for
opportunity
comfort
there as the Sharks have been putting the pressure on here late in this overtime. Groth drills that one into the corner. Big bodies out in front.
Oh!
Sommerfeld taking one away from Alex Sharp.
Nice play behind the net there off to the left of Sommerfeld and chipped it out in front, and they had another great scoring chance. These last about 5 minutes, it's been all Sharks. The Shadow were buzzing for the first 10 or so minutes of this period, and now it's been all Sharks the last 4 or 5 minutes. I don't think the Shadow have had too many chances. It's been
players are coming in
zone.
and off benches like crazy. A lot of whistles of how many players can come. A lot of players need bend over. Need an oxygen tank. Quick shot there. Deflection and gathered up as Jared Pfeiffer just spin and shot that one. 4:05 left to go in overtime or less.
Shadow gotta get control of this puck and get it out and try to create something. It's been a while.
Shot on Sommerfeld. Cody Oakes gathers this one up. Here we go, the other way. Shadow looking for some trailers. Gagnon, flying Frenchman, gets pushed off of that puck. Coming back the other way, trying to hit Spencer Bowman. Bowman catches up to that one and dumps it behind Sommerfeld. Along the boards, Gino Mini gives chase, still out in front. Spencer Bowman throws that. Oh, what a save! Point blank on
What a
Sommerfeld.
stop. Carlisle almost ended this game.
Couple of shots on Sommerfeld.
Woo! I don't know how he stopped it. Carlisle, a bang-bang one-timer as a loose puck, and somehow Sommerfeld kicked that aside. Mark that one down in the books. Could be the big save of the game.
Carlisle will take the face-off for the Sharks. Maruso took it for the Shadow. This one's finally gathered up by the Shadow. They're going to try to move this forward. Maruso coming in to the outside. Had an open side of the net. Puck is right there.
Nifty little move by Maruso. He just left it for him, and he had the goaltender out, but it just never slid across to the open side.
He had the goaltender open side of the net. Just a huge opening.
Yeah.
Just couldn't get it over.
That puck just wouldn't slide across, and if it slides across, it's tipped in without a problem.
Players are doubled over here. This one's played back. Quick shot by Dalton J.
Oh, my.
Loose puck all around. Still not played out.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the Sharks.
We got three of them. Oh!
Got a piece of that. Sommerfeld.
It was behind him. I thought it was behind him in the net.
Here we go the other way. Locked up. Still pressure. Gwillem just grabs that one. Let's have another face-off to the left of Gwillem. .236 left to go or less in overtime.
Whew. I'm as tired as these guys, Frank.
Where's the defibrillator machine? A lot of players, like I said, doubled over. Long, physical, hard game here. This one's kept in over in the corner. Try to get that one far side. That one's deflected off. They'll have the face-off again to the left of Gwillem.
Maybe a souvenir for the fan. Big Z out there. I don't think this is his first shift of this overtime. Taking this face-off.
Double Z. This one's not played out. Gagnon. Gagnon takes a shot. That one's blocked. Kept in by Gagnon. Gagnon trying to throw that one on net. Gathered up by the Sharks and taken forward by Groth. There'll be an icing against the Sharks as Elgamo gave chase to that one, couldn't catch up to it. Referees will discuss things here.
The Sharks are standing at center ice like they think it should be at center ice, but, I mean, they called icing. I don't get it.
They're going to have a vote here. Get the fourth one in.
Oh, wait. Rock, paper, scissors. Hold on. Here we go. Flip a coin.
That's the first time I've seen a ref cover up his mouth like he's playing.
Oh, they're going to center ice with it. I don't get it. They called icing, and then they go to center ice.
All right, we'll do it at center ice then.
I think one of the other guys said it must have been deflected or something.
Maruso plays it back to Mini. Forwards that one up. Here we go, Maruso. Down the middle. Over to Dalton J. Dalton J lost control of that one. That's played back.
Mini better be careful there.
Played back but lost control. Here come the Shadow again. Gino Mini. Gino Mini looking to dive.
I think he just lost an edge there, but took out the goaltender and the net.
Gino Mini looking to cut in the inside and just blew a tire. He's going to have to get a can of Fix-A-Flat.
Oh, I'm sure these guys have their legs are probably jello right now. Skating like basically 4 full periods. And again, these benches have been shortened up so much that some of these guys have been out there every other shift.
So minute 38, players coming and going.
I think the faceoff's just going to come outside the zone.
Like a rotating players that are. Cody Oakes just came out to the left wing. Now he's going to the right wing. A lot of strategic moves right now. Gagnon takes that faceoff. Sharks win it. Joe Gibbs trying to get that one down. That one's feathered down just over the line. Broken up right there on the far side.
Oh.
Looking to break. He's got Cody Oakes in the middle. Just a little bit too much hot sauce on that pass. Coming back the other way. Pelusia gets a stick on it. Carlisle will dump and chase. Milam will get his stick on it. Carlisle, now Pelusia has it. Pelusia down in the corner, trying to get that puck out forward. Kept in by the Sharks. Just under a minute left to go here in the overtime. Cody Oakes picking at it.
Come on, Cody.
We got a 2-on-1 if they can get it developed here. Over to Baker. Baker couldn't find it. Baker will rotate it in the middle. Loose puck on the side there. He's got it! Cody Oakes!
Cody Oakes did
That's it! Cody Oakes!
Yes, sir!
That's it! Cody Oakes did it on a loose puck.
That's it!
Cody Oakes ends it.
So patient down there. He took his time. He threw the puck across. Gags had the shot and came right back to Cody Oakes for the game winner. What a game.
What a game, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! Place is going nuts.
If you love hockey, you've got to love this kind of game here in the MIHL. There's no losers here. This is building this league. The players that play it, no matter who won or lost this game, this is great for the MIHL.
Absolutely. This is some good hockey right here. Both teams should be very proud. Willem played a heck of a game in net. Nothing to hang his head about either. He played outstanding.
Cody Oakes. There's a lot more I could say about Cody Oakes, and I might just say it here tonight.
He's still down there celebrating.
All that hair is flopping up. Coach Moore giving Cody Oakes a hug there. What a great game out of two great teams here tonight.
Got a text from my dad watching at home yelling, Cody Oakes. Everybody's a fan.
Cody Oakes. If there's somebody that deserves the game-winning goal, Cody Oakes. He's gone through a few things here this year.
Yeah, and I know he wasn't
playing there for a while, and I don't know how much I should go into it publicly, but there was some communication that happened, and things changed for Cody Oakes, and he got back on the ice.
Yeah, and after last game, he wasn't feeling all that well after the game, and he came through big time tonight.
Probably at some point here I'll discuss more about Cody Oakes, but you know, good for all these players on both teams. What a game. They were down 6-4. The Sharks came back, tied it up. So now we have the Michigan Shadow against the Kalakaska Kings for the championship in the MIHL.
Gags out there with the red goal light skating around.
Sommerfeld banging the stick. Cody Oakes letting that long hair flow as he takes a skate around the ring.
Good sportsmanship there as he comes over to the Sharks bench to have a few more words, and congratulations to their team who had a heck of a season.
Josh Vermeesh crashing the boards there. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. Double Z giving Sommerfeld a big hug there. Cody Oakes giving Brandon a big hug. Any final words here? I mean,
I'm excited. I'm out of breath. I'm exhausted.
So there's going to be another, at least one more game here. First two games are in Traverse City, and then game 3 will be here at Big Boy. So let me go over this schedule that's up here. May 2nd and May 3rd will be in Traverse City or thereabouts. May 11th will definitely be here, a Saturday, right here. And then, if necessary, a game May 12th would be here.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
So,
any way you look at it.
If there's a game 5 necessary, that'll be May 18th, and that would be in Traverse City or the surrounding area.
Players still out on the ice celebrating with some of their family and friends.
So that will wrap it up here at Big Boy Arena. The celebration continues. Two great teams battle it out for almost a full 4 periods. Finally, the Shadow won it.
Well, we didn't get our call right of the game winner, but
yeah, nobody got that right.
But you know what? Couldn't happen to a better person.
Yeah, so I'll have to write that down. That was Cody's second goal of the game.
Second goal of the game. He had a heck of a game today. He made a lot of things happen.
So let's go over these scorers. 2 by Oakes. Moroso, 1 goal. Dalton J, 2. Milam, 1. Double Z, 1.
I think you got it.
That was for the Shadow. For the Sharks, a couple goals by Palusha, Carlisle, 2 goals by Josh Hill, and a goal by Scullin.
And Cody Oakes had an assist as well tonight.
Yep, he got an assist on that Milam goal. So that brings us to 7-6 winner in overtime. All right, that will wrap it up here from Big Boy Arena. I'm Frank Mazzella, along with Gary Preswara and the Go Live Sportscast team saying so long. We'll see you in the championship. Good night.